Hi guys, good evening everyone. Thank you for joining. Hope I'm audible.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening
Good
everyone.
evening, sir.
Good evening guys. Good evening guys.
Good
Uh,
evening.
so guys, quick update. Nifty was flat today. Rather, metal was something strong today. So we are not tracking it, but there is something happening in the metal. Yesterday there was a Tata Steel result which has come out. So possibly I'm not tracking metals, but I'm just assuming that there was something. You guys tell me if anything happened in metal.
Hindustan
Tourism.
Copper was 8% up in metals.
What happened?
Because of the surge in copper prices, global copper prices on COMEX platform, and also they are expecting a good results.
So what happened and why did the copper price go up?
Mm. Because of the supply shortage from China, sir.
Supply for China. Acha, okay. Awesome. So copper price. I think steel का भी कुछ था. Steel prices have also started to increase, which I have. So copper is used in heating materials. Okay, so heating materials में there are specifically FMEGs, electric goods, which are ACs, maybe fans. तो यहाँ पे ये heating coil जहाँ पे यूज होता है, heaters होते हैं, वहाँ पे copper is used the most. Just telling
There
you.
are also cables.
Cables and wire, yes. So that stock might be in focus, or those stocks might see some kind of traction going ahead. So this is a sector that we can follow, FMEG. Usually wires and cables are a B2B business, but it can also be looked at the B2C business because majority is B2B, but some part is also B2C. Achha, so tourism was up today. Now, what happened in tourism? If you see the Economic Times and Business Standard today, uh, Sapphire Foods, Devyani Foods, Jubilant Foods, all stocks were up. Now, these are not tourism stock assets directly, but with their results coming in, they have said that the in-room dining has increased. Now, people have again, it has come up. In-room, in-room dining is basically you go to restaurants and eat. So that same store sales, SSS, it is what it said. So that has increased for all the companies, and it has said that the industry, after a long period of decline, it has started again reviving after the July quarter. Sorry, from April, May. Because what happened in the last 2 years, I'm also tracking this. This segment wasn't growing. Wasn't going for in-room dining, but now they have started going up again. Not sure what has happened. Yeah, I specifically think it is in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, not in the tier 1 tier city. If you can tell Harsh or someone who's from tier 3, who I guess people are going to in-room dining, and there are a lot of store expansion as well, which is happening. Even from tier 3 cities, tier 2, tier 3 cities.
Sir,
Because the hotel
expansion
industry
to
hasn't performed.
I have
Sorry,
seen the
Yash.
expansion. There is an expansion for the quick service restaurant, but actually I'm not going regularly, so I didn't know the traction.
Okay,
But
fine.
yes, wall has the expansion of the store has also increased.
Expanding also increased. Yes, fine. Okay, now who has written the market update? I think market tracker who have sent. Ritesh, you want to talk anything about the today's market tracker? Kya watch?
Sir, I have seen that market tracker and learning.
Yeah, sure.
Ah, yes, Levin, I saw that. Anyone else? Ritesh? Sorry, Ritik? No, sorry, Ritesh. Ritesh.
Sir,
Ritesh?
Yes, sir. So Nifty Metal closed 1.7% up today because of the Hindustan Copper. Hindustan Copper was top gainer in that. Tata Steels also moved by 3%, and the reason being rising copper prices and good expected results.
Okay. No, anything on our sector? Nifty Auto, what happened? Nifty Auto was up 1%. So whenever the sector is up 1%, yes, there is definitely something into it. Yeah. See, Bosch was up 4%. So now yesterday we were talking about this thing. All
Yes, sir. I
the
mentioned the auto ancillary parts should
yes, auto ancillary part.
react.
So we have also decided that because of all these things going on, auto ancillaries will perform well.
Today also there was a last newsletter connected. The
Mhm.
industry received the welcome that the V2B that there was a
Me
news
too.
in that.
Yeah. Correct. Today there was news on it. There was again a news on ECV localization, e-commercial vehicle localization, PLI scheme again on the localization part. वो भी कुछ था आज पेपर में.
Yeah, there
I
was
think it
something in
was.
Financial Express that Uttar Pradesh has something 42,000,
Yes.
while Karnataka has 30 something.
That
So
हाँ,
Maharashtra and Uttar
10,000.
Pradesh are pulling the EV, this one in India.
And the one, yes.
basically like old player like old Bajaj and other player are a part of PLI scheme that what the government incentive has given by them, but Ether is not a part of that. So that's why they have like decided if we got that incentive, then basically we will discount our product. It will increase the sales of Ether. Right now, Ether also increased 4 to 5% in market.
Sorry, Ankit, come again. 4 to 5% market means
Market price in the market.
today.
Yes, I
That's a
think
flat touch. It's flat touch.
Sir,
Sir, all of
yesterday we were talking about this, that we were bullish on auto sector throughout the year because there were a lot of policy changes and also there was a lot of aspirational buying going on there. I saw that Sona BLW Precision Forging and Bharat Forge, they were, when we look at the yearly data, they moved 70 to 80%, 70 to 90%.
Yes.
But they're not
With
into
auto.
vehicle business, they're into OEM business. So why is it
No.
that
OEM मतलब OEMs are it means original equipment manufacturers. So Bharat
correct.
Forging is what they forge metals on their engine parts. The engine though it is not ancillary part, but it is used for auto industry only.
But my question is, sir, that we saw that the highest mover in the two-wheeler vehicle segment was
Hmm.
Bajaj Autos. Bajaj Autos, Heroes, they did great. But these companies who were not manufacturing or producing any kind of vehicles, they did better than them. Why is
Huh.
it so? Why is it that difference?
So Ritesh, if I tell you, let's say you are selling 100 cars. Okay. So can I say you will require 100 car tires? Sorry, 400 tires. Can I say that? You will require a steering. You will require a mirror. So if the industry is, matlab, what happens? See, Maruti is a big company, okay? And this auto ancillaries are very small companies compared to the market size and the sales of the company. Maruti sales increased 10,000 crores. Let's say they sold more 1 lakh cars. Yeah. With 1 lakh car, if you divide it into the parts in it, parts भी तो करेंगे ना, use होंगे. So if the parts are used, obviously the one who are smaller players will have a big impact. भले मारुति के लिए तो 1 लाख की सेल्स है, और जो स्मॉलर प्लेयर है उसके लिए 1 लाख तो बहुत बड़ा नंबर हो गया. Okay. So auto
So also
ancillaries are
the
the one. Whenever
cost,
the
I
auto,
believe, when the assembly cost is much more than buying equally. If I am only the tire maker, so I'll have some margin. But if I am Maruti, so I have to buy different parts, so margin मेरा धीरे धीरे कम होता जाता है.
yes. So what happens usually whenever there is a big sector that increases, first of all, their ancillary business starts moving fast. So that is usually the trend that we see that the auto industry will do good. See, when we say that Maruti has sold 1 lakh or maybe 1 lakh order pending, they are expanding their capacity. Now, if they have produced the vehicle, Maruti beche na beche, parts to bana na, if the car is produced, they have to apply the parts. So even if the auto industry do not grow, but if the production is growing, and why production is growing? Because Maruti is estimating a future growth. So Maruti growth will come, let's say, one year later, but the auto ancillaries growth will come today only because they have already supplied the part to Maruti. So this is how it works in Lagat. So you have to look at the auto ancillary sector as well. Now what happens when I was an analyst, I have to look at this sector, but it was very difficult since it was a B2B sector. So to track the auto ancillary sector, you have to know the auto industry first. Then only you can track the auto ancillary sector. You cannot track the auto ancillaries as a company. So tomorrow I will start tracking, Sona BLP. You will never understand what is it doing. You need to know the auto industry. So this is how it works. So ancillaries move faster than the OEMs.
Sir, it is
If
also
Bajaj has gone 20%, the auto ancillary will go up 40%, something like that.
sir, it is also
Right.
like that ancillaries are the lead indicator. So if the growth is coming in the automobile industry, first the sale is happening to the ancillary companies, and then it is going to the OEMs.
Correct. Acha, before that, before we continue, I have put some opening about Gurgaon opening. So Mayank, can you were asking me about Gurgaon? So I'm not sure about that company. मेरे को ऐसे ही कहाँ से तो आया मेरे group में. So I just shared it out. So just देखो CV share करके क्या है? I'm not sure. CV या report तुमने बनाए होंगे. So
Yeah.
just share it.
So,
Or else, I think it's an
Sure.
Australian based Australian equity markets. ऐसा कुछ है. Just see what is it. Just see ना reply तो आता है क्या? Message आता है क्या तुमको वापस? Do they call back?
yes.
हाँ बस सिर्फ CV भेजोगे तो नहीं आएगा. रिपोर्ट्स और मॉडल बनाएगा तो भेजना, वरना तो कुछ वैसे भी कुछ काम का नहीं होगा तुम्हारा CV.
सर एक्चुअली इसलिए अप्लाई नहीं किया था, अभी सीवी अपडेट नहीं किया है क्योंकि मॉडल सा रिपोर्ट बना रहा हूँ, दैट्स व्हाई अप्लाई नहीं किया।
CV तो वैसे भी CV
मैंने
is not
Yeah.
the criteria now. If you have model
मैंने
report तो CV तो हाँ क्या बोलते
I have also applied for the Mumbai with the location written on the Mumbai.
हाँ हाँ
Let's
तो
see,
that is fine.
maybe selected, then look into what do we next.
हाँ yes. So you can see what happened now. Just it's online. We'll take it offline.
Yeah,
Got
I
that,
have
got it.
created two CV with the two location. One is the Gurgaon and the other is for the Mumbai. And I
And
have
usually
shared
when
the
they
model.
ask, then so what happens? They usually ask for the Aadhaar card as well at times.
No,
At
though
times.
I will say that temporarily I am residing the
Ah.
Mumbai.
Fine. That is fine. It is actually a good option to do it, because once you say you are staying in UP, no one will reply to your CV. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, please raise your hand so we can can do want to start with the news. And who? Sorry.
Sir, I do have the doubt. Actually, sir, as you have said that search for the reason for particular company when I have actually I am trying to make my industry report monthly updates. So, but I didn't get the uh, reasoning why the exports argue for a particular company or for a particular why the domestic issue. Like in the Maruti, we have not get any data why the export has declined. I have checked the overall auto sector reasoning and also for the particular company, but I didn't get it. So what can I do?
Fine. Now, as of now, so you cannot do anything if you don't get it.
एक्चुअली सर ऐसा सारी लगभग ऑलमोस्ट मोस्टली कंपनी में यही प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है क्योंकि अभी तक डेटा दे हैव गिवन द डेटा some companies like TVS has Hero has given why their export is fallen or why they which model they are performed, so I have put it into my report, but other company doesn't give the wide reasoning why their export or the domestic market grew or fall. And also
Harsh, I believe Toyota, there was some news. If you can apply, like there was a news about Toyota, the Southwest Asia business is hampered because of the Iran and US war going
Iran.
on.
Yes, boss. Yes.
So because the parts come from here and there, the Strait of Hormuz also some parts come. So Toyota, there's around they are buying back because of there's some loss. They have to buy back the shares. Maybe
yeah.
this can be one of the reasons.
Yeah, but
Possibly.
actually, sir, like in the Maruti Concall, we have seen that they have said there is no disruption when they have started making the payment with 1 month settlement basis. They have not, they doesn't feel any disruption in the supply side. So that is why I'm not put it
No,
into.
supply side has nothing to do with export. Supply side is doing with the domestic.
Yeah,
Now, why Maruti has not said? Because Maruti doesn't export anything to Middle East. They export to
yeah,
Africa countries,
yeah.
African Latin America. Even Bajaj is the same. Hero is also the same. ठीक है जो करते हैं आई थिंक नो वन डज इट महिंद्रा डज इट टू मिडिल ईस्ट आई एम नॉट श्योर मिडिल ईस्ट
But
में कोई करते नहीं इंडिया इंडिया को क्या लगता है इंडिया की गाड़ी में दुबई में चलती है मारुति दुबई में चलती है
no,
टोयोटा
sir,
वर्क
it is.
टोयोटा वर्क एज अ
They have
टैक्सी
said they are selling in Japan and Europe.
हाँ
Maruti
यूरोप
side.
हाँ यूरोप में है
Yeah,
या यूरोप में है हाँ यूरोप में भी कौन से यूरोप है दैट इज द वो बिछड़ा हुआ
yeah.
यूरोप जो है ना ईस्ट वाला ईस्ट यूरोप नॉट
Eastern
इनटू
Europe में
जर्मनी
कहता रहा हूँ।
एंड छोटे मोटे यूरोपियन
Then,
कंट्रीज होते हैं
then, sir, let it be the reason if I am not unable to find it. Let it be.
हाँ फाइन आज ऑफ नॉट इट वी हैव टू फाइंड आएगा कभी ना कभी तो न्यूज़पेपर में
Yeah.
some other it might come. So you can also take if you have an interview, you can also take the last reason कि the last month ऐसा हुआ.
Okay.
If you get it.
I
If you
have
have an
shared.
interview let's say tomorrow
Yeah.
and
In the
if you cannot say that I don't have the reason. the last one ऐसे होता है, you can club it up with the last one.
Yeah, I try to do the same, and I have also share when I have applied for the job, I have shared the earlier month report, not the one that I have preparing.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Slaven, anything on the market tracker you want to speak on? Slaven? Slaven, Selvan,
So
sorry,
Ola's
Selvan.
Ola's today's price has been increased by 7% due to they have a tie-up with Axis Energy to set up a
I'm sorry,
battery.
what? I'm so sorry, what? Didn't get you.
So Ola's
stock
share
you're
price
saying?
has Ola, sir.
Sorry?
Ola's share price. OLA, sir.
Guys, can you hear it? I am not able to get it. Which stock you're talking, Slaven?
Sir, Aether Ola.
Aether, acha, Aether, Ola. Okay, fine, Ola. Okay, what happened to Ola? Sorry.
Sir, Ola's share price has been increased by 7%. This was due to the tie-up between Axis Energy, where they are planning to set up a battery storage unit by 2032. Sir.
Okay, battery storage. Okay. Okay, Ola, acha, I missed that Ola. Oh, yeah. Look, 7 button. Acha. Now, what about other sector that, what about tourism? So it's fine. What about FMCG?
Sir,
Marico, Himami was up because of the results.
yes, sir.
Marico and all, any reasons on that? Marico was down
Sir,
2.3%.
yes, sir. Like Marico's results were announced recently. So, like my news article is regarding this.
Okay, go ahead.
Like Marico told that they are going to focus on premiumization for upcoming quarters rather than focusing on sales volumes. And their profit growth have been just a minute.
Perfect, good. Yeah.
And their profit growth have been and their revenue growth have been increased to 7% year on year, and this was supported by 15% growth in India and 7% domestic volume growth, sir. And this their main reason was due to their fastest growing premium brands like Plix, where they have grown 100% over a year.
Okay.
It is a peanut butter company, and Cosmix, which gave 94% return, and 47,000 BC
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
premiums.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, sir. The fastest growing premium brands like Plix, which was grown 100% over a year. It is a peanut butter company, and Cosmix have grown 94%, and 4,700 BC popcorn snack company, and True Elements have grown 8%. And their categories include Saffola Foods, which have been grown over 37%. And they have added value added hair oils, like it is kind of premium products, and it has increased 26% here, and they have increased their food portfolio growth by 16%.
Okay. Oh, once yes, Kevin, where is your news? I'm not. You have sent me, right?
Yes, sir.
You send me an hi. I am not getting your news.
I will follow.
I just send me a hi. Sorry, I got it. Sorry, I got it. Where was your news? But you just sent me the. Okay, Acha, sorry. Again, you talked about Leela as well. Fine. Acha, good one, sir. Then what about Leela?
Sir, due to BRICS meeting on September 12 and 13, all hotels like Leela Palace and Oberoi and Taj Palace have been fully booked, sir. And they are expecting a high quarter for this year, sir.
No, present your news now. What you have said. Leela sees a strong Q2 outlook.
Yes, sir. Due to BRICS
Present.
meeting, Leela Palace they are focusing on Q2 FY27 will be a good, because of the upcoming meetings. And in New Delhi, the Leela Palace have around 254 rooms, and all have been booked. I went on a research for that, sir, where
Okay.
all 254 rooms have been booked for BRICS meeting, it seems.
So where is the
And
BRICS summit
this,
happening?
so it is in New Delhi, sir.
New Delhi. Okay.
And this will be.
And then-
Yes, sir.
No, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
This is the main reason where their Q2 quarters will be good.
Main reason why cute. Okay, so Sleven, there was one more news also where ICRA has said that the domestic travel industry is expected to grow by 7 to 9%. It was there in one of the articles in the newspaper. Because of obviously domestic travel, increase in domestic travel and business travel across India.
Yes, sir.
So guys, this is one of the reason the industry rate, that what is the industry growing. So sometime it helps you in the in your financial modeling, growth rate. What is the growth rate? If you don't have any growth rate, you at least can take the industry growth rate. And now it is just a broad-based industry growth rate. You have to go into segment-based industry growth rate. That yesterday, Aniket, we were talking about how to focus. So segment-wise is maybe this ARR above 10,000, ARR below 10,000, the premium, the luxury, semi-premium, or maybe the budget homes. But this they talk about the entire hotel industry, but you have to be specific which industry is growing, which segment is growing much faster. Okay. Okay. So Ritesh, yeah.
Yes, sir. I have covered two news. One was on Marico and second was on EV industry. Why top 10 states cover. So which one would you like me to cover, sir?
The top 10 states of EV sales.
Yeah. So the top 10 states cover the 77% of EV sales. UP, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu are the leading Indian states with 43% of the total segment revenue coming from total registrations coming from there. UP remained the largest EV market with 47,000 units, followed by Maharashtra with 36,000 units. This growth comes as a state policy move beyond the broader incentive to tackle charging cost. So basically, states were focusing on the different side of the problem which were faced by the EV. One was charging cost, second was good infrastructure, and third one was the subsidiary delivery. Like the government were giving subsidy, but they were not people were not getting those deliveries at time. So state governments focused on that. Even Haryana government came up with 20% discounts in EV registration taxation. And India registered around 7,000 units of EV in July, which was up 0.72% month on month and 63% year on year. This tells us that the state's policy were playing major role in changing the EV markets rather than the central's policy.
Fine. Achha, now, Ritesh, when you said this news, it is fine. I think for an update, it is fine. Now, what is extra that I will feel is, my question comes, is that when you said UP, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu are the leading states with accounting 47%, 43% of July registrations. Okay. Now, you have specifically mentioned that the UP remains the largest EV market is 47,000 units. Now you should talk about the penetration. Which state has the highest penetration into EVs? Because obviously it will be Maharashtra, it will be UP, and it will be Maharashtra. So which is the which state has the highest penetration percentage-wise? So you need to know how much cars are sold in UP and what is the registration this month. Because when you say July was 43%, so it was high or low from the previous month. So you need to find that data as well. Google it, you might get it, or you can just do some calculation that total sold in EV in UP and total vehicles sold approximate the total EV sales. So you can just do it. Achha, this can be either monthly basis or it can also be done on a yearly basis. If you don't have a monthly number, you can at least get, sir, in FY26, that number they will get it definitely. So FY26, the penetration was 30%. Now it has reached to 43% in July. You might not get the immediate month, but you might get the full year. And you have to find it. Full year to pata hi hona chahiye. What are the total vehicles sold in the states? So what are the total vehicles sold in UP, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu? So how much of this contributes to the entire automobile market? Okay, so that is the additional research that you need to do when you read such kind of news. Because this news has nothing to do with the stock. This is an industry-wide news. But now which two-wheelers have been sorry, which EVs have been sold? According to me, it is the two-wheeler EV which has been increasing because the penetration is increased to 11%, whereas the four-wheeler penetration is still at 8%. The two-wheeler is growing. Okay, this is the follow-up thing that I would expect from my team member to know. तुम जब कॉल पे शाम को आते तो ये सब एक्चुअली रिसर्च करके तो पहले कितना, because it is always the growth. It is never an absolute number. It is 43%. So increase or decrease. How much is the penetration in India? How much is the penetration in Maharashtra and UP? Now it can also happen that when you say the UP remains the largest EV market with 47,000 units. Okay. But now if 1 lakh vehicles are sold in UP, it is 47%. But for Maharashtra, let's say only 50,000 are sold, 36,000 is the bigger number in EVs. Okay, that is what we have to see. Okay. That is why that percentage is important.
Also, sir,
Okay.
I think Haryana has approved 100% tax exemption on
Tax exemption,
electric
yes.
vehicles up to
Yes.
30 lakhs.
Registration,
So I think it's
registration fees.
20%.
Registration fees.
Sir, and also
Okay.
Tamil Nadu targets to put around 20,000 charging stations by 2031.
Tamil Nadu, yes. I think Vijay, that this new CM has
Yes,
quite
yes.
aggressive. Yeah. Vijay, what's his name? Vijay?
Thalapathy, sir.
Talapati.
Talapati, okay. Okay, fine. People from North will, South will be more biased toward him. Okay, great. And he's doing a great job, I think. Yeah. So, Mustafa, you get up very early in the morning. What do you do getting early in the morning? You were the first one to say good morning. Mustafa.
Me, I
Yeah,
actually
you.
wake up, I pray first of all.
Hmm.
Time हो जाता
No,
था
I am saying what you do in the research part. That is fine. Prayer,
तो।
no?
हाँ,
What have you done?
I read newspapers.
So what
I
you
read
read?
some
So I'm
newspapers.
asking.
Today I read about Hyundai.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Why
So
haven't you
Hyundai,
raised your hand?
this
Why
was in
haven't you
business.
raised your hand? How would? No, I'm saying why did you raise your hand? How will I know that you are under the call? Okay,
Sorry about
go ahead.
that. I have.
Go ahead.
So Hyundai Motors is targeting a growth of 8 to 10% in FY27.
Look in my eyes and speak, Mustafa. Don't look down.
Okay, Hyundai Motors is targeting a growth of 8 to 10% in FY27. For that, they are planning a capex of 75 billion INR, and they are that they will be putting into manufacturing, modernizing their equipment, and increasing their capacity, manufacturing capacity. They are scaling their Pune plant. Pune plant is currently operational since October 2025 with 175,000
So Mustafa, one second.
units.
Mustafa, one second. While speaking,
Hmm.
remove your hand. Okay, you should not keep like this. Okay, be straight, be set. And tomorrow, why it is I'm not able to see your video properly. Why is it that?
My camera quality might
Background.
not be that good. It's on my laptop. Yeah.
Okay, then you can use a mobile camera, mobile webcam.
Mobile laptop.
See,
Okay,
now it's fine.
phone.
Now it's fine, but from next time, because what happens when you give interviews, so your face should be very clear.
Oh, got it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Should I remove the background? It's okay. Background. If I remove background, usually the
No, it's
quality
fine.
improves a bit.
No, it's fine. So you have to keep that background because in interviews you cannot keep a background which is open. Because if you keep that and if someone goes away, it doesn't look good. You will also
I
get
can switch
distracted while
facing
looking
one.
in the.
I can
So,
switch
so
facing
fine.
over
Achha.
that.
Then
That
it's
works. I
fine.
can.
If you can sit
that way.
facing, then it works. It's usually work. But I actually have facing all, but still okay, fine. It's okay. So now be straight and speak. What is it? Because this is all how attitude is important in IBs.
Yeah, what?
You cannot be that casual enough. You have to be serious enough because now we are doing training, but what if it was a serious call when all are there in the team members? So you should be serious on when you're speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good. So Honda. So what I've got is Honda has expected to grow by 8 to 10%, and they are expanding their capacity to investing around 75 billion. And why are they investing? Obviously for new products and modernization of their current facilities. Fine.
Yes.
Yeah. What about now?
Currently, manufacturing, they are planning to expand their Pune facility, which is currently operating at 170K units, and they're planning to increase it to 320K units. That is one major.
So how much percent? So how much percent increase?
If you go prospectively from Pune's capacity, it will be almost double. It will be almost
Double.
will increase it by double.
Double.
Yeah. And if
Maybe
you look
double.
at their
So-
overall capacity, that will go up to that is currently at 1 million. If you consider Chennai plant as well. So that will be around 10-15%. They are going by 15%. And that.
So how
overall
can you
capacity.
write is, so when you said increasing manufacturing capacity, Pune plans to 320,000 units. Rather than that, you can write it. So Hyundai plans to double its Pune plant facility to, or maybe increase its Pune plant facility by 50% to, 100% to 320,000 units. That is a better way of saying. Because what happens when you say manufacturing capacity to Pune, it doesn't excite me that, but I don't know what was it before. If you say doubling, so I will, again my answer is later. Which is doubling.
Okay.
Okay. And now, then afterwards that you say, so the total capacity stands at 1 million units. With this capacity addition, it will be 1.3 million units.
1.15 million units. Yes.
1.7
1 million
million. So
includes the
1.1.
current Pune capacity. Yeah, that will only. So yeah, it will be 11 lakh 50,000.
11 lakh. Yes, that is what you can speak here. So I got that number. 11 lakh is 1.1 million.
Yes, 1.1 million. Yes. Increase 1.1 million
annually. So they're planning to increase the capacity to 3 million annually in multiple phases. Okay, fine. And what are we doing with the capacity? Why are they?
They are currently launching 2 new SUVs as well. I'm not really sure with the name of the SUVs. I did not find the names, but they are currently planning to launch one electric SUV and one IEC one as well. One internal combustion one.
Yes, they are planning to in this year in FY27. Yeah, they already
Yes,
mentioned. I think Hyundai has said they are launching in the segment of
SUV.
venue segment. But in the venue segment, that is 13 to 14 lakhs that they have mentioned. Because they don't have an electric car in that segment, because Creta is already there in the EV segment. So in that same segment, or maybe below that segment, they have commented it. It was there somewhere in the
Yes, in the con call.
in the con call last time. Okay.
They have also said
पहले आ
they
चुका
are,
है. It is
yeah.
already. Sorry, Harsh, what are you saying?
Sir, they have also said they are coming with 30 more new models and refresh models.
Total 26
No,
lakhs.
this was specifically for guys FY27. FY27, they are
Yeah.
saying 2 models which are being launched. Okay. So while making your financial model, you should add that 2 models in that.
Yes.
If it's coming, so an approximate unit. So why I'm telling this, why you should know this, because if you know the segment units, okay, that usually in that segment, let's say 1 lakh cars are sold and Hyundai contributes 10% of the market share. So you can talk about what is the market share of Hyundai total. Let's say if Hyundai is selling 20% market share in India. So if that segment is selling 1 lakh, we will assume that 20,000 units will increase in that segment if Hyundai captures 20% market share. So this is how the forecasting works. And it will start from the month that it is launched. And we are in August. Let's say it is launching in December. So from December, the 20,000 volume will start coming. So you cannot take just the 10% growth rate. Now that is why this forecasting is very difficult. For companies where you don't have data, you just cannot take 10% growth. You have to talk about the volume, which is the launch. And this usually helps in automobile, specifically hotel industry, where new hotel is being launched. But that hotel launch is from, let's say, December or maybe from January. So you only have 3 months of the entire revenue. So you have to add it in your financial model. So that is where you make your financial model more dynamic rather than just taking a 5% growth. I personally, as an analyst, if I get your CV, if I get your model and if I say 10% growth, 1:1 by 10%, I will straight away reject. He doesn't know, he doesn't understand anything. So this is where the modeling. That is why I said auto industry is the sector that you follow. Auto industry, you send the models, and then you can say other models I also make. But since I have a lot of data about automobile, I know how to forecast. If I get a data of pharmaceutical, I can do in that way. Because at this point, you don't get all those data. But when you go on the job, usually there are subscriptions where you get data points. All you have to find, you can at least ask this data points to the management or the IR. That is why this modeling is very important. Automobile modeling is very important. Okay. Mustafa. Now, when you were writing, you told properly, but while writing it, why have you written EBITDA margin before? Second point, why was EBITDA second point?
I forgot to edit it properly. I was going to put it in the last paragraph, yeah, but yeah, that reading was not
So,
really done properly.
it
I'll
should have
keep
been
that.
that. Okay, what about export?
Exports, yeah, the numbers have not improved in export as such from previous year, from previous quarters, but yes, they are exporting more now. They're focusing more on Latin America, where the numbers have increased by 23% year on year. More into Latin American markets rather than focusing on the European markets, where the export is currently getting difficult due to the geopolitical tensions.
Okay. So export is not picking up due to geopolitical tension.
Yes.
So how much percent is exports for Hyundai?
I am not really able to find those numbers, but yeah, in Latin America, it has increased 23% year on year compared to.
No. So I'm asking, what is the total portion of the exports that Hyundai does? Out of the
Portion of the
total
export that
volume
Hyundai
that
does.
Ah.
I was not able to get that number. Not trying
You
to
don't
actually
get
see
it.
that.
It's because you have not made the automobile report as of now. Correct? You have not punched
Yes,
the
I'm
numbers.
still working on it.
You have
Yeah.
not gone to it. So that is the reason you don't have. All those you have punched, let me ask her. You have punched how much percentage
Yes, sir.
export
Give me a minute.
contributes?
Yes, sir. I am opening the file.
It should be on your fingertips.
Yes.
You will not get the chance to open your files in the interviews.
Start.
इतना time तो बिल्कुल नहीं.
So, sir, specifically for the Hyundai, na,
Hmm.
it is around 18 to 20%, which they have exported
20%.
in the recent month.
Export. Yes.
But sir,
So-
as the news said, they have not picked up the export, but the number said the different story. As Hyundai's this month export growth is 33%, which
Okay.
is highest in the four-wheeler segment, passenger vehicle segment.
Oh, अच्छा.
Yes.
So four-wheeler. You didn't say yet. कल तो नहीं पता तुमने कि Hyundai growth हुआ export में?
It was.
Sir, I have told the overall the market growth that is led by the Maruti, that is led by the Tata Motors and followed by Maruti.
You missed out, ना? Okay. ठीक है.
So
So Mustafa, yeah.
I just try to point out right now that the growth is 33%. Because I have read the report.
So see, if you had knew this, you could have easily told that when you can add to Mustafa's numbers, that's this exports contributes only 20%, and it has increased actually 33%. So that's a counter to what Mustafa is saying. So Mustafa, if I was a fund manager and Harsh was one of you and Harsh were one of my colleagues, एक ही टीम से दो अलग-अलग data आ रहे हैं. You know what happens then? You are saying export having increased. He's saying, sir, it is wrong. Mustafa is wrong. So this used to happen in the team. That being a pharma analyst, so what used to happen that I'm a pharma analyst, but there are people who understand, who look at other sectors as well. And just imagine you are talking something, let's say I'm talking about a pharma company, and some of the other analyst is correcting my numbers. Now, when you correct your numbers, it means the impression on your fund manager decreases, that you are not capable of doing research. That other guy is telling something that you don't know, which is already there in the public domain. Mustafa, it's because you have not done the automobile workshop. That's the only reason, nothing else. So you are not bad, you are underprepared. Okay. So you have time. So you said it's 5 days already done. We have started on 1st, 2nd August. I gave you the till it is 3 days as done. You need to make the report. Because as a fund manager, today was the last day to submit your report. 3 days is already done. For those who have not submitted the report, let's assume that you are not working. If I ask you what you did for the last 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, today is Wednesday, how did your day look like? Writing newsletter is to be done before 8 a.m. So Mustafa, from morning 8 a.m. to evening 7 p.m., what you did? 1 hour of breakfast, 1 hour of lunch, 1 hour of, let's say, evening snacks, 3 hours. Till there are 9 hours remaining. What you did in the 9 hours? 1 hour sleep. So 1 hour Still there are 6 hours. What you did in the 6 hours? 6, 6, 6, 18 hours. And you to get up at 5 a.m., right? So you have 2 more extra hours per day.
Yeah. Mm.
So in the last 24 hours were there for actual work. What you did for the rest 24 hours? Others also, it's not only for him. Okay, others will have 20 hours. So what you did in the last 20 hours? Because now recently one of our students went for an interview and he was asking me, sir, please refer me to the role, etc., etc. I'm getting depressed. I'm preparing for interview, etc. I said, if you prepare for interviews just with the financial model and report, you will never crack the interview. It is a scam saying that I'm preparing for interview. You are working with me. You have to work every day. That is a part of interview. You just cannot say that, sir, I have time. So sorry. In the time I was preparing for interview, that is a totally scam. Scam as in you are lying. There is nothing like interview preparation. You cannot do on your own. So I asked that guy, where is your newsletter? Where is your report? No, sir. The reports that I had made previously, I'm looking at it. I said many things have changed from that 15 days. If you present the same report, you will, as it is, will get rejected. Because you're not talking the recent data point. You're talking something which is past dated. So 3-4 days, as I said, 3-4 days is still fine. Once 5 days goes up, now see the stock automobile sector has already run up. Now, if you go and pitch about automobile sector, no one is going to listen to you. Okay. So buckle up, guys. 20 hours, there is no work. It's been done. And if you say that you have done it, prove it. Where is the work that you have done? Because when I was interning, so JBMS, what happens? These General Bajaj students, why they get paid higher? It is not because they are from the tier 1 college. It is because those guys used to also come on Sundays and sit in the office. I was paying like, they were coming in my office, and since it is my co-working space, so I have to pay per day. So that day when I was looking at the this weekly bill, he said that, sir, the weekly bill was some 2 days extra. I said, how did it come 2 days extra? So no, sir, your interns were coming and sitting. So I asked them, when did you come, sir? What would I do sitting home? So we came here and we were working. And they completed the reports in 2-3 days. They were not doing anything. With the videos and all, they did it. So this is what is required in IBs. That is why they are preferred. It is not, they are very good at communication. They were very bad at communication. Both. They were from interior of Maharashtra. They were not good at communication. English was not that great. But still, they will be eligible for a 20-25 lakh package. One was a B.Pharm guy. One was an electric engineer. Nothing to do with finance. Still, what's the work that they do? That matters. In quick time, how many models you have made, how reports you have made, time bound. Others, now a wake-up call. 3 days are already done. There is no update from you guys. I have now 4-5 openings which have come up. But I cannot refer. If you were there, I could have referred you. Okay, fine. Now, who wants to go next? Acha, what about EBITDA margin? Sorry, I'm so sorry, Mustafa. What about EBITDA margin? I'll go to the last point. Mustafa? You're on mute, Mustafa. You're on mute, Mustafa. Mustafa, we cannot hear you. You're on mute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So currently their EBITDA margins are at 9.3%, which were down from FY 26 Q1 year on year. And that is due to the commodity cost, which has the costing has gone up. The commodity cost has increased by 100 BPS quarter on quarter. And yes, so to tackle this, they have reduced their discounts. They are offering fewer discounts on the newer models now.
Okay.
But
And it also, they have maintained a margin of 11 to 14%.
yes, they have. He's saying that they are going to maintain the margin of 14%. Yeah.
I will say. Yeah. Okay, fine. Good one, good one. So Mustafa, you've written it well. Format and it is proper. It is just that about how you frame it. Rest all is fine. And you can also write other news also. Okay, there is not compulsion that you can only write one news. And
Write multiple
Okay.
from tomorrow. I'll add with
you can write multiple news. There is no bar that you should only write one news. Okay, Saurabh, you have sent me any news? Saurabh? Saurabh is not.
Hello.
So what news? Hello. Yeah, Saurabh, what news have you sent me?
Sir, I didn't send, but I have with mine.
So how will I know that you have written it right or wrong? Writing is also important. Send the news.
Sir, yes. Just give me.
Okay. Till then, Aniket. Sorry, who's next? Ankit, yeah. Sorry, Ankit, go on. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good morning, good evening, panel. My news, Marico announced it yesterday a news. So there is a bit of news update on that. Marico PAT grew 25% to 630 crore, year-on-year highest in last 28 quarter, supported by volume growth. Domestic business grew by 21% to 3,003 crore, supported by grew in selling coconut oil, 23% share in revenue. Value added hair oil contribute 80% of revenue.
अंकित मेरे सामने देखो, मैं पढ़ चुका हूँ, मुझे मैरिको का न्यूज पता है क्या है, और मुझे वापस पढ़ा के मत बताओ कि क्या है न्यूज। प्रेजेंट करो। इतने दिन बाद आए तुम।
सर थोड़ा ऑफिस का काम था, हमारी भी अर्निंग चल रही है।
ऑफिस का काम है वो ठीक है, न्यूज पेपर पढ़ने में क्या होता है?
तो पढ़ डेली रहा था मैं तो।
प्रूफ प्रूफ क्या तुम पढ़ रहे? प्रूफ क्या? मैं क्रिकेट खेला, मैंने ना 6 बॉल 6 सिक्स मारे आज, पता है? इसने देखा नहीं, मैंने मारे। ऐसी बात हुई सर, मैं पढ़ता हूँ। 6 बॉल 6 विकेट भी लिए मैंने आज, पता है? क्यों रहे हो? सच बोल रहा हूँ मैं। क्यों हंस रहे हो? तो ऐसे ही होता है, तुम बोले तो मुझे भी हंसना आता है। मैं पढ़ रहा था। अच्छा अंकित, पहली बात तो वी हैव यूजिंग बिलियंस एंड करोड्स, सॉरी बिलियंस एंड मिलियंस। व्हाई आर यू राइटिंग करोड्स? ठीक है, फॉर्मेट पहला गलत था, बाद में बराबर बना के दिया, तो आधा ही बना है, बाकी किधर है?
तो वो डेटा आपने बोला 3 लाइन पे ही करना, डेटा बहुत ज्यादा हो जाता है मैंने
नहीं, तो 3 लाइन पैराग्राफ, 3 लाइन, बाकी तो पैराग्राफ तो बढ़ा सकते हो ना। लिखा बराबर था, वो सिर्फ मैंने बोला फॉर्मेट में लिखो।
अच्छा तो बहुत लंबा हो गया था, मेरे को लगा बहुत।
अच्छा, मैं तुमको क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ, ठीक है? अच्छा, नाउ स्पीक इन इंग्लिश।
ओके
अनिकेत, व्हाट वाज अंकित, व्हाट वाज द न्यूज़ अबाउट मैरिको? व्हाट हैपेंड? एक लाइन में आंसर पूछ।
Sir, the Marico profit of the Marico recorded profit after tax 25%, with supported by value growth.
On strong, नहीं, supported by strong volume performance लिखा है तुमने, तो value growth किधर है?
Value performance, stronger value performance.
Volume performance,
Volume performance,
बोलो वापस।
strong volume performance.
Tell the full sentence.
Marico reported increase in a profit after tax of 25%, on supported by a stronger volume performance.
Volume performance. Okay. So, what was the volume growth?
In domestic, there is a volume growth of 21%.
So you have revenue as well. So first you talk revenue and then you talk volume. So the revenue increased 23% and the volume increased 21%.
Okay,
Right?
sir.
So it resembles that is a 2% price increase. Correct?
Yes, sir.
This is how it works. And the revenue stood at 39.5 billion rupees. Okay. Fine. So now, okay, what increase in volume? What all things increase?
Increase in volume, sir, that basically coconut oil.
So it was like domestic, no? You have written it. So domestic business grew 21%.
In domestic business,
Okay.
basically, sir, coconut oil grew. Coconut also grew.
No,
and
first is domestic. No, first is how much percent of domestic grew? How much percent it grew?
I think, sir, domestic business revenue grew 21%.
21% to 30 billion. Correct?
30 billion.
which was supported by a volume growth of
Coconut oil.
volume numbers में बात करो, फिर numbers पे आना पहले.
Okay.
See, whenever you talk about FMCG industry, there are two parts. एक volume growth है, one is price growth. So price growth you don't know. Means I am saying that I have my volume, मतलब मैंने 10 गाड़ियां बिकी जो 10 लाख की थी. But मेरा sales, so my volume increase was 10%, but my revenue increased by 12%. How come? कैसे होगा?
Volume increased by 10% and
10%. Price increase और मेरा revenue 12% से grow हुआ. अच्छा,
So
एक
that-
एग्जांपल
that
देता है.
value
तुमने
growth is-
तुमने एग्जांपल देते हैं. हाँ, एग्जांपल देते हैं. तुमने 1 रुपए का एक प्रोडक्ट था, तुमने 10 प्रोडक्ट बिके, तो तुम्हारा वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ भी 10% है, सेल्स रेवेन्यू भी 10% है. नेक्स्ट ईयर तुमने 10 प्रोडक्ट ही बेचे,
So
और
price
अभी तुम्हारा रेवेन्यू 12 हो गया,
price
तो प्राइस इंक्रीज हुआ है.
price increase.
So when you speak it, you have to understand in that way that, sir, the domestic business grew 21%, 2000 to 30 billion, which was supported by a volume growth of 11%. Okay. So it implies that there is a 10% price increase in the domestic
increase.
business. And what was it? This was because of good performance of minimalistic online sales. Correct?
Yes.
लिखा तो है अच्छे से, अभी प्रेजेंट क्यों नहीं कर रहा? तुम्हारा ही बता रहा हूँ, मेरा नहीं बोल रहा. देन डोमेस्टिक है, तो डोमेस्टिक के बाद सेकंड क्या आता है, उसका कॉम्पिटिटर कौन होता है? व्हाट इज दैट? डोमेस्टिक एंड देन
सर डोमेस्टिक को मैंने कैटेगराइज कर दिया है उसके प्रोडक्ट्स में, वाओ प्रोडक्ट्स, कोकोनट एंड द पर्सनल केयर, सफोला फूड्स.
नहीं एक सेकंड. सो व्हाट हैपेंस, फर्स्ट इज डोमेस्टिक. सो हाउ यू प्रेजेंट इट? रेवेन्यू, यू प्रेजेंटेड रेवेन्यू, उसके बाद यू टॉक अबाउट वॉल्यूम्स, देन इज डोमेस्टिक, देन इंटरनेशनल. ठीक है?
So within the
डोमेस्टिक
domestic,
grew 21.
within the domestic, if someone asks me why the domestic revenue
So you have to come after. You have to come later on.
after that.
So first,
after that.
quickly. So what happens? This will be your first 3 lines.
Okay.
Revenue increase 20%. इसमें से volume increase, how much was that? 20% volume increase. So you know the majority volume came from domestic business. International grew 29%, which was driven by good sales in Vietnam and MENA countries.
MENA
Fine.
countries.
हो गया ये quick हो गया. अभी तुमको और डिटेल में क्या बोलना है? Talk about now domestic. What happened in domestic? So domestic volume grew because of, बोलो क्या हुआ domestic में?
Basically, so domestic Parachute oil grew 10% in volume and 23% in revenue share, and hold 59% in volume of market share. And Wow project value added hair oil grew 20% in 23% in value growth and 10% in volume growth, and contribute 18% in India revenue. And premium personal care product like Dove and Lakme annualized sales.
So now 1 second, वापस read कर रहा हूँ. Now define it into segments. पहले तुमने कोकोनट की बात की. So the coconut oil grew 23% in revenue and its volume grew by, लिखा तुमने ये, volume grew by 10%.
Oil grew 10.
Okay.
Volume, yes sir.
So or you can say it's like volume grew by 10%, but the revenue increased 23%. That clearly shows a price increase. Okay, in the Parachute. Parachute now contributes 59% to the overall volume market share for the Marico. हो गया, stop. अभी second product क्या है? Wow. Value added oil. So value added oils grew 23%, sorry, again 10% in volume growth, but it grew 23% on the value growth, and it contributes now 18% of the total India revenue. कितना easy है? तुम कैसे बात कर रहे हो? तुम्हारा न्यूज़ बता रहा हूँ ना मैं. फिर there is personal food. Now what happened in personal food? So you have to use that fillers. समझना चाहिए. It should understand that you are going to a new paragraph. You are going to a new product. जैसे समझना तुम सिर्फ read कर रहे हो, read करते जा. So it will not help. Presentation is very important.
Yes.
Okay. कल वापस present करो ये.
Yes. Okay.
बिना देखे. Numbers भी बिना देखे. ठीक है. लिखा अच्छा है, but see what happens now. You have written it well, but ना present नहीं कर. मुझे समझा न्यूज़ क्या? तुमको खुद को नहीं समझा क्या है? लिख रहे हो क्योंकि तुम पढ़ रहे, you are reading it. You're not understanding the news. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Saurabh?
Yes, sir. I have written on the same news on Marigo.
Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir. So, this news article is from Financial Express, page number 4, Mumbai edition, titled Marico Q1 profits jump 25% on strong volumes. So, Marico has reported 6.3 billion rupees net profit in the Q1 FY27, which is up by 25%
Right.
year on year.
1 second. Percentage पहले फिर number. Profit
Sure,
increase
sir.
25%. Number is not important. Growth is important.
Sure, sir.
25% to 6.3 billion.
6.3 billion rupees.
And
With the
numbers को ना
consolidated.
whenever see 1 second. Saurabh, when you speak up, keep the numbers short. मुझे numbers में interest नहीं, मुझे reasons में interest है. Okay. And I am not interested in the PAT numbers, revenue numbers. That you have to do it quickly. Sir, Marico's PAT increased 25% to 6.3 billion, whereas Marico's revenue increased 22.3% to 39 billion. That's it. Finish. Now why it increased? What happened? तुम बोलो. Never stretch it out. जो numbers है वो quickly खत्म करो. Start again.
Right, sir. So you are asking for the reason, sir?
No, start again. You'll use that.
Sir, so okay, sir. So Marico has reported a 25% up net profit of rupees 6.3 billion rupees. Also, with the consolidated revenue up 22.9% year on year to 39 billion rupees. Right.
Read नहीं करना.
So
read कर रहे हो. तुम्हारे अगर आई मूवमेंट हिल गए तो रिजेक्टेड. तुम्हारे आई बॉल्स हिलने ही नहीं.
so
should be straight.
So sir, how can we remember all these numbers? Like every day
इसके
we
लिए
go
रिहर्स करना होता है. इसके लिए रिहर्स करना होता है ना. बोलने से पहले you have to rehearse it कि तुमको बात क्या करनी. Numbers
Right.
तुम सिर्फ glance कर सकते हो. You cannot keep on moving. Let's say
Right.
if I talk about now, I know the numbers 6.3 billion है और 31 billion. So that is why you don't have to remember the numbers. You have to remember the growth. Growth में तुमको सिर्फ 100% ही आता है ना. Numbers की बताते हो. That is why I always say remember the percentage because numbers तो बहुत सारे आते हैं. There are various numbers. Percentage तो 100 तक ही आएंगे ना. 2 ही percentage याद रखने. Profit grew by 25%, revenue grew by 23%. That's it. ना अभी याद क्या रखना है इसमें मुझे क्या याद रखना.
percentage.
बस तो फिर तो दो चीज तुम नहीं याद रखते हो. अभी ऐसी बात हुई ना फिर तो. You are a finance guy, you are a post graduate and तुमको 2 चीज याद नहीं रही. This is not acceptable ना.
Right, sir.
कैसे याद बोल रहे सर कैसे याद रखोगे. तो ये होता है. This is how you memorize it very quickly. And एक नंबर याद रखो. So usually we remember the margin. PAT margins कितने होते हैं. We don't remember the PAT numbers. 33 billion is the revenue. So you take 20% is the PAT margin. तो पता है कितना आएगा. Multiply करो. You get the margins. So you get the number. Okay.
Right, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
So their EBITDA also increased 25% YOY to 8 billion rupees, while the EBITDA margin increased by 40 basis points to 20.7% in the same quarter. Their advertisement and promotional spending also increased 25% YOY to 3.3 billion rupees. So, talking about its domestic and international business. So, Marico's domestic USG is 21% YOY, which is highest in last 20 quarters with the UVG of 11%. Its international business has grew by 29% with the CC growth of 15%.
नहीं.
both
While
in
presenting, you don't.
terms
One
of
second. 1 second, Ashal. You don't present UC short forms presentation के short form नहीं बोलते.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Marico's sales grew 21%, whereas the volume, which was the highest in last 20 quarters, and volume grew 11%. वो लोग लिखते हैं वैसे underline volume growth. Presenting, you don't say UGVM. Sales increased 21%, volume increased 11%. International business grew 29%, whereas in constant currency terms, it grew only 15%. Okay.
15%. Sure, sir. I will remember it.
Yeah.
Also, continuing this, it's a value-added hair oil segment posted a sales growth of 23% and volume growth of 10%, which overall contributes to 18% of its domestic revenue. It's a Parachute, which is emerged as a best performer, recorded a 10% volume growth, which is also highest in last 20 quarters. Sir, last line, Saffola's food registered a 43% sales growth, and the broader Saffola franchisee posted a high single-digit growth and high single-digit decline in volumes, but the growth has seen as a 7%. Also, sir, I have a doubt on this line. Sir, I have a doubt on this line. This Saffola has it has grown by 43% its food, and the whole franchisee has seen as a high single-digit decline in the volumes. So I tried to know of this reason. I tried ChatGPT, but it says that the numbers are not disclosed yet, so it cannot provide the reasoning for this. So
Sir,
how can
basically
I
what
tackle all this question?
basically what happened, Saffola food, there is a muesli, oats, and the overall Saffola franchisee, the decrease in the sale of edible oil and different products. So when I chat with this, what is Saffola, why Saffola foods increased 43% in volume and franchisee grew down by like 7%. So the difference between Saffola foods concerned to muesli and oats and overall franchisee, there is a decrease in edible oil and other products also.
So what was the question, Aniket? Ankit sir, question kya tha?
The question was like, I think the Saurabh asked the question, what is the difference between growth in Saffola foods and decrease in Saffola franchisee?
So give me a one-line answer. Give me a one-line answer.
Like Saffola foods consists of like different. The Saffola franchisee is a very big figure, and that includes Saffola foods. The Saffola foods perform very well, but the overall Saffola franchisee didn't perform very well. That's why decrease is 7% in volume growth.
Fine. Bas itna hi tha.
Okay.
Okay. Achha, now on this part, see now everything ChatGPT will not give, nor you will get from ChatGPT. That is why AI cannot be integrated into research. You have to use your little brains to understand, or it should be about regular reading of newspapers. So yesterday also there was one company who said that the foods business have increased, but the volumes, the volumes have increased, but the sales have declined. Now, why is it? It is because food inflation in India has increased at a very high pace. WPI index stands at 8.9%, which is the highest in the last so many months. Tomato, onion ke prices 30, 40% बढ़ गए हैं. Correct? So that is one of the reasons that the prices have increased and the volume have declined. So it means that the food business is not growing, or maybe, food business is growing, but the prices have, and the Saffola business, which is the other part, which is not growing. Volume is declining, but sales are increasing. And why? It is because the price of the inflation. Inflation is increasing. That is the reason that the sales are showing that big numbers. Okay. So, bhale volume pe decline ho, but sales increase ho rahe. And Ankit rightly mentioned that Saffola foods is one part. So in Saffola is entirely usme edible oils bhi aate hai. So in that segment, though the segment have declined 7%, but usme the food business has grown 40%. That is what it says. Okay.
Sir,
so that is why. Yeah. So when you say now, Saurabh, that the Marico's domestic volume grew, so it is always the volume. Volume grew 11% and the sales grew 21%. So you have to tell. So that clearly shows that there is a 10% price increase. वो लिखा नहीं होता है, वो तुमको बोलना है.
Right.
It can be vice versa as well next quarter. That the sales have increased, but the volumes have declined. सभी हो सकता है. Or volumes have increased, the sales have declined. It can also happen. So you have to get into that habit of speaking. सिर्फ numbers दिए तो सिर्फ वो numbers present. You don't have to just present the numbers. You also have to tell the reason. What is the reason for that? It clearly implies that there is a price hike. In Saffola Foods, Saffola, what is Saffola Foods? So we should find what is Saffola. What are the products of Saffola and Marico? You will understand. Oils hai usme. And you know what happened in the oil segment.
Inflation.
Today also, and today also, you see, Saurabh, there was a news or Marico in Business Standard which said that Marico is now focusing on just the premium products. They are not focusing on the Saffola products because it is a low margin products. Ajita news mein. Then why have you not read that news?
I read, sir, from Financial Express, so I went through only this.
You have to go through all the newspapers. No, this is where your expertise comes. That's it. When you go for interviews, there will be 100 CVs which will be coming there. Why is your CV different? And if you get selected, everyone will say the same news. What additional you are telling? This is what the additional research is all about.
Okay, sir.
So you are not new. Okay, you are not new. It's already 1 month that has been done. So you have to now upgrade yourself. And when you read news, you have to go deeper inside into it. सिर्फ डेटा नहीं देना, डेटा तो मुझे भी पता है, वॉल्यूम कितना ग्रो हुआ कितना कम हुआ, तुम क्या मुझे अलग बता रहे हो जो पेपर में आ रहा है. What is going on in the industry? Inflation news you guys are not writing. Why? FMCG track कर रहे हैं. If you don't know the inflation, straight away उठा देंगे इंटरव्यू से. तुम आए क्यों इंटरव्यू को? Or you are bluffing that you are tracking a sector in market advisory. Or else they will tell me कि तुम्हारे सर को इतना भी नहीं पता कि FMCG में इन्फ्लेशन देखना होता है. तो इससे नुकसान किसका होगा, मेरा या तुम्हारा?
Yours.
मेरा. अच्छा, मेरा नुकसान होगा.
दो
मेरा क्या नुकसान होगा इंटरव्यू में?
Sir, basically, sir, it's a 5-6 newspaper set. Basically, if you go through all the newspaper, it take 3 to 4 hours, sir. Basically, today I've gone all the newspaper and write up.
So 1 hour to maximum you have to spend. 1 hour. Sorry, minimum. Minimum 1 hour you have to spend per day on newspaper.
What the Marico?
If you cannot read that, cannot go through the newspapers
Yes, sir.
quickly. If you cannot go through the newspapers quickly, then no, research will be very, very difficult. Because in my entire career, I have been excelling from others, from my colleagues who were CA, CFA. One was from IIM. One colleague was my IIM Ahmedabad and a chartered accountant, gold medalist, all India rank 3, and IIM Ahmedabad. अभी उसके सामने क्या मेरा डिग्री लेके जाऊँ मैं? Look, it is like competition ही नहीं है. There is no competition between me and him. So how will you feel in the office? सोचो. Everyone will focus on him. But the problem was he was junior. And वो जिसने नहीं पढ़ा था, I have read this. उसने पूरा टाइम CA का पढ़ाई किया था. He was very good at accounting. So do you think I will speaking on financial analysis or auditing? I have looked at the financials of the company. I think the company is very good. पूरी दुनिया को पता है. But I cannot compete with a chartered accountant. And I am Ahmedabad guy. His English was damn good. But English में बोलना क्या है वो ही नहीं पता था उसको. ये प्रॉब्लम था. Today also he is working at a very good level. और एक था colleague, he was IIT IIM. More than a CA. IIT Kharagpur pass out. IIM Ahmedabad clear. CFA level 3 clear. At the age of 23. I thought that मुझे पढ़ाई करना चाहिए थोड़ा और, वरना कुछ नहीं होगा लाइफ. पर ऐसा नहीं है, वो लोग अभी भी काम ही कर रहा है. Because you are competing with those people in IBs, You cannot compete on your education. You cannot compete on just reading 5 minutes a day. You have to spend that additional hour to compete those guys. वरना वही होता ना, why will you say that IIM guys or maybe tier 1 college get the roles? Because of this reason. Specify करते हैं investment bankers that we only want people from tier 1 college. This is the reason. You prove them. उनको पैसा कमा के दो, वो खुश हो जाएंगे. उनको क्या करना है तुम्हारी डिग्री का? Like that. Okay. Yeah, Akshay?
Hello, sir. Good evening. So, sir, I covered 3 news today. One was on Marico, the other one was on Nestle, and the third one was on JSW and Volkswagen. They are going for an MOU. So they are not listed. So that's why I wanted to ask if I must cover these types of news or not.
That is fine, but that news will be an update, and that we have to have a look at that update because this will impact the other players in the industry, like Maruti and Honda.
So actually, they also have a very small share. It is about 3.7% of the market share. So that is not quite significant. So that's why.
Not fine. So it's an update. Good to find that there is deal that is happening in India, and we should also know because we also buy cars in those brands that
Yeah.
they are doing it. So the JSW guy has said that he wants to change the automobile industry and get German cars made in India and something like that.
Yes.
Now it's an ambitious plan for him. But what we can understand from this news that if JSW company is investing heavily in India, so he is estimating a growth. The company is estimating a growth in the automobile sector. So it is actually good for the entire automobile sector.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. So
So that
nowadays,
can be-
sir, JSW is like they manufacture Audi cars as well. But nowadays, Audi is not quite like it's not seen on the roads much.
Correct. They hardly manufacture Audi cars.
Yes.
One of their plants. I read that. I'm not sure whether they modify or whether they manufacture or not because they said that there are some technology transfer between them. They have
Yeah,
a
they're
plan and
planning.
it is jointly. It is jointly between Skoda, high-end Skoda cars and
Yes, Skoda and
Audi has
Volkswagen.
been. So don't know which guy. I think Q3 बनाते होंगे वो एक ही model का है उनका.
हाँ.
Right. We go with the Nestle one. Nestle was a good article.
So
Actually,
Nestle,
there was no
that
data point on it.
yeah, there was not much data point. It was just that the stock fell by 4.2% during like just before the closing, but it gained a little bit. It was mainly because of inflation and the El Nino effect, which we had this year. So I didn't have much on the like. They have maintained
No,
their.
go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead as a conversation, sir. What you read in the Nestle article? Let's say I have not read the article. You tell me, sir.
Yes.
What have you?
So the Nestle's managing director, he flagged that there is some moderation in the consumer packaged goods market post their analyst call recently, and they are seeing some higher costs for the commodity, and there is food inflation, and there is the El Nino effect. So the energy prices are rising, and the shipping and packaging prices are being affected due to this. And there is also some volatility in the currency prices as well. So that was about it that I covered today.
Okay, so basically they have flagged out that there is some issue in their biscuits and their chocolate business, and because of this El Nino impact and rural income is not expected to increase. Sorry, if the rainfall do not come normally, the income will not increase for the rural consumers, and that can be a red flag for the company going ahead. Or maybe not red flag, I would say that can be headwinds for the company going ahead. So they are a little cautious on the growth in the rural segment. And rural segment contribute majority of the revenues to the FMCG, to their portfolio. So it is a negative sign for the company. So this you can it.
Yes, sir.
So tell me about JSW. Okay, since there's nothing on it. JSW, there is no data on it.
There is no data on it, so it is just that they are planning to sign an MOU, JSW and Volkswagen, by the end of September, and JSW wants the majority economic interest in and control, while Volkswagen is they want to get this deal finalized as soon as possible, and JSW also they are actually manufacturing MG cars, and they hold a 1.4% of India's passenger vehicle market, and Skoda owns a 2.3% market in the automotive sector. While Kia entered the same time in the automotive market, they hold more than both of these companies combined. They hold about 5.9% of the market now. So they are planning to have a plant in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, and they are currently assembling some Audi cars in Sambhajinagar. So
So Akshay, my question is, why are they having a merger? Or maybe why JSW wants to acquire Volkswagen? What is the reason
So
behind it?
that like they can bring down the manufacturing cost, having producing the vehicles in one plant.
So that will reduce the manufacturing cost of the company. It will be also a technological transfer for JSW
Yes.
because they are also coming up with a new product of their own products. They are also partnering with MG. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Previously there was deals going on with Volkswagen, with Mahindra and Volkswagen, which did pan out. But now it is expected that deal will happen at the end of this year.
September or this year. Yeah.
So there were data points. So there was something to talk on.
Yes.
Now the question comes, why? Why are they doing? Why is it? So I will, if I want to analyze this, it is like a suicidal thing that the JSW is doing. Means trying something else. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, they will take a hit on. So now,
So
why did Kia succeed? Why did Kia succeed in the market? Is because they enter the right time. Forget about the right time. They enter with the right product in the market.
Yes. And I think that they had a better understanding of the Indian car automotive markets. That's why they brought in the SUV, the mini SUV cars directly rather than going for smaller cars or higher end luxury cars. So they hit the right spot while coming to the market.
So you should also get an analysis, sir. I don't feel this deal is like lucrative and it will not impact the entire auto industry, nor it will compete with Maruti and Hyundai, the large players. But it is a good sign that they are doing this acquisition. So it is assumed that if JSW is investing so much, they must be estimating some demand in India. That's a good sign from the entire automobile industry. That can be your thesis on it, basic.
Yes.
Okay. Basic. So at the end, always, what is outcome of this? So now we are not talking JSW, we are talking about the entire auto industry. Okay.
So I'll have
Now, I'm
to.
saying that this news will be targeted towards the entire auto industry, not just limited to JSW and Volkswagen. Okay. Thank you. Fair enough. Mayank, so anything on the Hyundai? Mayank Sharma, sir. Mayank Sharma.
Yes, sir.
Hyundai PV markets. Kya hoga, Mayank?
Yes, sir. So Hyundai has declined market share to 12.2%. And it is planning to launch 26 new models by 2030. So its Hyundai FY26 performance was weakened due to 2% decline in domestic volume to 585k units, and export has increased 16% to 190k units. So, and the net profit has declined 0.3% to 56.3 billion. So majorly this decline has been decline was due to delay in product launches and intensifying competition. So
wait, due to what was it? Why was it decline? Sorry, Mayank, I didn't get you.
It was again I'm saying that it was because of delay in product launches, a slowdown in new product launches, and intensifying competition. So I'm again detailing about the competition in the next para. So this decline of 520 bps in the market share was due to delay in product launch and in the product competition by.
You have written it, na? So why are you trying to improvise it while being live? Okay. So the company's market share declined 521 basis points since FY21, and the major reason was as Mahindra's shares rose to 20% and Tata Motors sales increased 25%. So Tata Motors and Mahindra took over the market share from Hyundai.
So I was coming to.
Okay. No, so that was so. For your timing, that timing you should speak very fast because you are speaking the same thing again and again.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to modifying that again. So its market share declined 520 bps due to intensifying competition by Mahindra.
50 bps from FY21.
From
That's a bit- that's- You
FY21.
missed that.
Okay,
Hmm.
yeah. It's declined by 520 bits from FY21 because the share the export the sales of Mahindra and Mahindra increased by 20% to 660K units and Tata Motors by 15% to 642K units. So
One
they
second.
are
1 second. 1 second. Ma'am. Now this
Yes.
sentence can be reframed as, see now this news is about Hyundai, right? So Mahindra के numbers बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. Yeah. What you can say is, so this decline was the company's market share declined 521 basis points since FY21. And this was due to as Mahindra and Tata Motors sales increased 20% and 15% respectively. That's a better way of saying. मैंने कितने seconds में हुआ? 5 seconds. उनको 15 seconds लगा. Telling the same thing. So why I want the sales Mahindra और Tata के मोड़ अभी क्यों चाहिए? तुमने लिखा है fine. But why are you
Listen,
speaking?
numbers.
Because that is irrelevant. Irrelevant to the topic, ना? Hyundai की बात
Okay.
करो. Got it?
So only
So
the
that-
percentage is important, numbers are not
Percentage
important.
important. नंबर जानो क्या करोगे नंबर जान के हुआ 20% ग्रोथ 660 मैं Hyundai का तो yes I will have sold कि हाँ 20% कितना यूनिट्स हुआ महिंद्रा लिखा है फाइन है प्रेजेंट करने की जरूरत नहीं क्या बोलो लिखा है फाइन नॉट टू प्रेजेंट
Okay, sir. Got it.
Okay.
And they are planning to improve the market share and retain the second position in the market by having 26 new launches by 2030. And before that, production in Talegaon plant has already started. So if I talk about the key takeaway for investors, so Hyundai is targeting to increase the market. So Hyundai is expecting that by FY27 they will be at bottom of the market share, and from FY28 the market share and their position will start jumping, will start improving by launching of 26 model, in which 8 would be the hybrid models and 5 would be the electric vehicles. So that's all. So this will be the key things to monitor by investors for the upcoming period. These are the key.
Now see how I present this means you took almost 1 minute to present it. Okay.
Yes.
And what happened? You have read this news and speaking it. तुम्हारे सामने है वो news. ठीक है तब
नहीं सर
तब
मैंने
ठीक है
नहीं
तुम
पढ़ा
बात करो.
तभी
नहीं है?
सर तभी इतना
अच्छा,
भूल
ठीक है.
गया मैंने.
Fine. So तुमको याद क्या रखना है न्यूज पढ़ते वक्त? What do you have to remember is what are you talking? The heading was so Honda's market share declined 12.5%, 12.2% in FY27. Okay. A reason. Okay, what happened? So this was basically because of the weak performance of the Hyundai in the passenger vehicle segment, where the sales declined to 2%. Sales declined 2% to 585,000 units. Okay. While the exports grew 16. तो exports की बात नहीं करें तो भी चलेगा, वो end में करोगे, क्योंकि हम अभी बात करें market share क्यों गिरा है. That is the main part. फिर net profit split हो, इसकी भी बात करने की क्या जरूरत है? अभी हम बात क्या कर रहे हैं? We are talking on the market share. So why did the market share decline? बाकी तुमको सब चीज end में बताओ. If you want to finish it, sir, the export grew 16% and the net profit declined due to product delay and all. So Hyundai's performed weak in FY27. The market share declined 12.2 to 12.2%. It was due to a decline in sales of 2%. So this seems the company's market share has declined almost 521 basis points since FY21. This was led by increase in sales by Mahindra and Tata Motors, which increased 20% and 16% respectively. Okay. Now, so to revive the growth, Honda is planning to launch 26 new models. With that, what are those models? In that, 8 are
hybrid and 5 are EVs.
वो तुमने लिखा नहीं है इसमें. Okay, 8 are hybrid
So
and 5 are EVs.
Last paragraph में लिखा है.
ठीक है. 8 are hybrids and 5 are EVs. And currently they are launching 2 new models in FY27. They are expected to launch 2 new models in FY27. Okay. Now this launch is happening. So how is this launch happening? So they are also expanding their manufacturing capacity from the 170,000 units to 250,000 units.
50,000, almost 50, approximately.
And they have also commissioned the Talegaon plant with which will support the future capacity expansion. हो गया ना 4 पॉइंट. मैंने भी देख के नहीं बोला, मैंने सिर्फ नंबर्स देखे तुम. That's it. फिर you can talk about, so the export increased 16% and the net profit have declined. तो अभी इसकी जरूरत तो है नहीं net profit decline, क्योंकि that news has nothing to do with the profitability numbers. See, because my sales number, profitability numbers, EBITDA numbers are all there publicly available on screener. Okay. Why are you there? To make understand that, sir, ये market share गिरा क्यों? Why did the market share decline so much? And to revive it, what Honda is doing. So I easily got it. They are launching 26 models. I got the number. उसमें से 8 are hybrids and 5 are your EVs. They are launching 2 models in current FY27. तो वो भी थोड़ा research करके आओ कि 27 में कौन सा model launch कर रहे हैं. So we have decided कि वो EV में ही launch कर रहे हैं वो model. One is EV. Correct. And now they have Talegaon plant, which is started, which has commenced operation, because then they are saying that they will launch 26 models. So obviously they require capacity. So where is the capacity coming from? Capacity is coming from the Talegaon plant. This Talegaon plant कहाँ पे है ये पता तुमको?
नहीं exactly नहीं पता, but I think महाराष्ट्र.
हाँ तो पता होना चाहिए. It is पुणे में, महाराष्ट्र in Pune.
नाम से
You
लग
have
रहा
to know those now. Where is it? Because that location also plays a big part. So if Honda is dominated on west side, तो Maharashtra obviously on the western part of India. So west में ज़्यादा sales होता है. So that can link with the data that someone has presented before, that the EV penetration in this all states have increased. Maharashtra has increased. So EV launch करा तो it will benefit Maharashtra, benefit Uttar Pradesh. And that can be linked to all this news. Okay, this is how it works. सोचो जो data important नहीं है अभी. See, I have told you now, ma'am, that you have to write only 3 points, 3 lines. 3 lines, not on the Word file, 3 lines on your WhatsApp messages. Now it is not having 3 lines. अगर मैं इसका divide करूँ मेरा 4, if I read on my WhatsApp, it is what? See, one second, can you see the? दिखेगा नहीं सर. So तुम ही देखो तुम्हारे WhatsApp पे कितने आ रहे हैं मैसेज में, कितने बड़े लाइन है. 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 लाइन हुए मेरे. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल 8 लाइंस पढ़ के मैं पढ़ूंगा ही नहीं वो.
तो वो तीनों पैरा
ऐसा है.
मिला के 3 पैरा में मिला के होगा.
फर्स्ट ही पैरा.
नहीं सर, फर्स्ट पैरा में 8 लाइन. एक सेकंड में
show my screenshot once.
So should I share this?
Now I am using a phone which is 5, मतलब मेरा 6 inch भी नहीं है, मेरा 5.5 inch phone है. That is the usual size. Because let's say I am not a rich guy to use S24 Ultra or maybe the big screen phone. I am using a normal readable phone which is in my hand. So if I can show this, correct.
There is 2 line in every पैरा. तीनों पैरा में 2 लाइन करती है. 2 every. So total 6 line है.
मैंने अभी just ग्रुप में डालता हूँ मेरा screenshot how I'm able to see. देखो. Yeah, sure. I will show on the WhatsApp. Now I am seeing your news. देखो.
हाँ सर, मतलब सर वो थोड़ा श्रिंक है इसलिए ज्यादा लग रहा है, बट लाइन उसमें 2 ही है. अगर आप देखोगे 2 फुल स्टॉप है.
नहीं 2 full stop नहीं. I am saying the paragraphs. So full stop है ना, तुमको लगता है कि 4 पैराग्राफ 4 लाइन जा रहे हैं. So full stop के बाद you put a paragraph, put a space. It's fine. मतलब your Honda market share fell to, तो market share related क्या था उसमें? Decline, sales decline to 585,000 यही था. उसके बाद तुमने जो लिखा है तो no use. ये मैं बोल रहा हूँ.
हाँ सर, वो समझ में आ गया कि वो डेटा.
फिर सेकंड में the company's market share declined 520 basis point FY21 as Mahindra's sales rose. नहीं, so as Mahindra and Tata Motors sales rose 20% and वो कम हो सकता था. करेक्ट. अच्छा ये हो गया. Stop. To revive growth, that could be a second. उसके बाद ब्रेक कर सकते हैं पैराग्राफ. You can break up the paragraph.
ओके, सो पैराग्राफ
Correct.
मतलब मैं जनरली 3 पैरा रखता हूँ, तो पैराग्राफ नंबर ज्यादा हो सकता
हाँ, paragraphs can be more. Formatting is like you have to keep the format in such a way that it should be readable. Like whenever I'm reading, I should only read 3 lines. वो भले it comes in the same heading, it's totally fine. Okay. Let's say एक अभी ना 3 lines is what I should read. I should not read more than 3 lines. If you saying that okay वो paragraph में 6 lines हो रहे हैं तो break it up into three or maybe 4 line is fine. Data है तो 4 line चलेगा. Data नहीं है तो I will not accept the 4th line.
So sometimes it's not possible like to cut the line into 3 lines because
No,
we
no,
have
3 line है. तो डेटा है, मैं बोला ना डेटा है तो 5 लाइन भी लो. इतना डेटा अगर तुमको मिलता है, याद रहता है तुमको, तो तुम ऐसे एनालिस्ट बन जाओ. वो नहीं होता है कभी. It cannot be more than 3 lines. See, it is not exactly 3 lines. It is what the max line that should be. तुमको कट शॉर्ट ही करना है ना वो. तुम इतना प्रेजेंट ही कैसे करोगे? Why see how can you present? तुमको अभी प्रॉब्लम हो ना, याद नहीं रहा इतने सब लाइंस.
है. यस सर.
मैंने क्या सोचा, मैंने सोचा 4 ही लाइन बात करनी है, उसको कितना मैं कम कर सकता. न्यूज में देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम इन द न्यूज. योर न्यूज इज परफेक्टली फाइन. बट एज आई सेड, देयर वाज नो नीड ऑफ writing the net profit and all. There was no need of writing the $660,000. वो तो ब्रैकेट में डाल सकते थे चाहिए तो. If it was, can put it in bracket. That is what I'm saying. So वो 2 पैराग्राफ तुमने जो किया first, that can be more small. Okay.
सर मेरे को फॉर्मेट के लिए एक बार क्लियर कंफर्म करना है. सो आई गॉट द इररिलेवेंट पार्ट. सो द ओनली थिंग इज दैट कि जैसे आप फर्स्ट पैरा में फर्स्ट लाइन ठीक है, सो आफ्टर दैट सेकंड पैरा में स्टार्ट कर सकता हूँ. उसमें ऑब्वियसली जो नंबर 660 और 642 है वो हटा सकता हूँ. उसके बाद में सेकंड पैरा में जो टू रिवाइव है उसके लिए अगेन पैरा चेंज होगा. और इन्वेस्टर टेक अवे. हाँ,
Investor take
बोलिए.
up, sorry, हाँ, second paragraph हाँ revive करेक्ट. Revive के बाद you can break it up. Okay, to revive. That can be break it up into the third paragraph. So first paragraph is about the Hyundai sales, why it declined, why it market share declined. The market share declined, it led to the increase in volumes. Okay, then companies का market share actually declined 520 basis point. Second paragraph, to revive growth is the third paragraph. Now investor takeaway. Usually this should be a conclusion. Yeah, but there were more points, no, that why so 26 models are launched हो रहे हैं, but I've added more things. In the 26 models, what is happening? There are 8 new models of hybrid cars. And okay, sorry. To revive growth, the Hyundai plans to launch 26 models, including 2 in FY27. ये एक paragraph होगी. Then break it up. What? Now you're talking about the capacity. So when you talk about Talegaon plant, probably you will also talk about the capacity expansion, जो numbers नीचे दिए तुमने. Okay. Because you're talking about the capacity. You see, every paragraph has data. First paragraph में there was sales. Second paragraph में there was 520 basis point decline. Third paragraph में there was about 26 model launches. Fourth paragraph में there was about your production numbers. तो तुमने तलेगा ऊपर लिखा है, प्रोडक्शन नंबर नीचे लिखा है. तलेगा के साथ है ना, कहा बात कर रहे हो प्रोडक्शन की तो add it there only.
So
I have to give it separately.
Okay, sir. Got it. Total number था इसलिए.
You know, you can. So वही है कि you have to unnecessarily words नहीं बढ़ा. Land commission की बात करो तो topic specific, you have to speak topic specific. That's it. Okay. Be topic specific. Don't go beyond. And इतना तुम बड़ा लिखोगे ना, कुछ बोल ही नहीं पाओगे बिना देखे. तो उतना ही लिखना जितना बोल सकते हो. Unnecessarily इतना सारा डेटा पॉइंट डालोगे, खुद पता ही नहीं रहेगा बोलना क्या. This all things will be. So now what we recollect? Market share 520% decline हुआ. Launching 26 models. Capacity as कितना है भूल गया मैं. 2 लाख रुपए
Capacity 170, 250 crore.
ये 3 पॉइंट्स है. और the fourth point था that जो डेटा पॉइंट्स है which was generalized डेटा पॉइंट कि मार्केट वॉल्यूम 2% से गिरा. That is very generalized डेटा. वो सबको ही पता. तुमने आज 3 डेटा पॉइंट मुझे अलग करना है, तो तुम्हारे भी दिमाग में रह जाएंगे ना वो डेटा पॉइंट्स कि तुम अगर इतने बार वो रीड करोगे तो नेक्स्ट टाइम में अगर 10 दिन बाद भी पूछो कितना मॉडल लॉन्च कर रहे हो, भूलोगे क्या? मैं भी नहीं बोलूंगा. तो ऐसा होना चाहिए। उसमें भी 8 हाइब्रिड एंड 5
5
इलेक्ट्रिक्स है। FY27 में 2 लॉन्च कर रहे हैं। 2 महीने बाद भी, if I ask you, you know that Honda is launching 2 cars. And if the third car is launched, so you should know, अच्छा, third car is also launched Honda. They had told 2 cars, but they have launched a third car as well. These are data points you want. Right. Fine. Abhishek Chaudhary? Yeah. Sorry, I think quite late. Yeah, go ahead, Abhishek.
Good evening. Today I'll be talking about Emami. So I'll start with the revenue. If we look at the numbers revenue-wise for quarter on quarter, there has been a 12% growth, but the net profit margins are down by 4%. Similarly, for year-on-year numbers, although there has been a rise and the net profit margins are down by 16%. The reasons attributed to it are high crude oil prices, along with inflation in packaging materials. Along with that, I also checked raw material prices of some of their herbal ingredients, which are present in all Emami products from a site called eChakra, which is from the Ministry of Ayush. So in that, I found products like aloe vera, neem, camphor, their prices have substantially increased from Jan 2026 onwards. And with that, in the con call, the management also said that there has been increase in COGS due to integration of the 2 acquisitions. I think it's one is Axonym Ayurvedic and one more company. And due to that, the gross margin is down by 360 basis points.
So Abhishek, while presenting the news, you have to think about what are the 4 points that you want to talk on. Okay. First, you talked about the revenue.
Yes,
The revenue. Now, when you don't say year on year, I will now talk about year on year. Now, profit was down. This is not how we talk. Revenue increased 12.3%, but the net profits declined 4.1%. Okay. Straight statement. Emami is net profit. So you can write it in the first paragraph only. So Emami's revenue increased 12.3%, but the profit declined 4.1%. That's it. What was the reason of profit declining?
Profit decline, higher crude oil prices and also inflation packaging materials. Along with that, input cost is also increased.
Sorry, 12.3% was FY26, na?
Yes,
Or
sir.
Q4 FY. So why have you written that? That
Sir,
shouldn't be written.
it was there in the article. Okay, sir.
No, so you don't have to write it. So what is your article? Because latest news. Okay, what happened? So so revenue increased 14.5%. So you can sum up to 15%. No need of writing 14.95. And I have told you not to write 2 decimals, 1 decimal, 14.95
Yes,
will be
sir. Sir.
okay. So 14, so approximate. So the Emami's consolidated revenue increased 15%, whereas the profit has taken a hit of 16.4% to 1.4 billion. 4 billion लिखना है from 1.6 billion. 16.4% is assumed. No.
Okay.
So this has become your first highlight. Okay. You can also write it in your heading. Or if you want to more specify your heading, so Emami's net profit declined as high crude price and inflation led to decrease in margins. This can also be your headlines. Topic. Then you say, sir, the revenue increased 15%, but the profit declined 16.5% to 1.4 billion.
Yes, sir.
Then the second point. What was the second point? So the reasons were highly attributed to higher crude price, inflation in packaging material. Management also said that there was some mixed weather condition that impacted the margins.
Yes, sir.
Stop. Now there was, along with the recent change in the business model to integration of acquired business, also temporary increase in CO2. So this can also be added. The third point. So you have now 3 points in the same paragraph. One is you talk about higher inflation Second, you talk about the weather condition. Third, you talk about the acquired integration. That's it. So you know now what I'm talking about. Even if you forget it, no need to write everything. Let's say the profit has declined, firstly due to decline in increase in the high crude prices. Second, the management also said that there was some weather conditions. Third, the acquired integration also led to increase in the COGs. हो गया, याद तो रह गया कम से कम.
Okay, sir.
Got it. 3 points. So the words that you remember: high cost, weather, and acquisition. Then you can make sentences out of it.
Okay, sir.
And now then all this factor resulted a decline of 360 basis point in the gross margins, which now stands at 16.58%. 65.8%.
Yes, sir.
Management also then, now the third paragraph, ये management के बारे में. Management also said that sir, they are increasing their price hikes to maintain the margins. Okay, that's it. खत्म. So remember, कितना अच्छे से अभी मुझे समझा news. So you should be able to present in that way. And very softly speaking, तुम बोलो 2-3 points add करो, talk about numbers. और सर अभी मैं ग्रॉस मार्जिन के बारे में, तो अभी हमने किसने बात की है? पहले हमने रेवेन्यू की बात की. रेवेन्यू क्यों डिक्लाइन हुआ? सॉरी, रेवेन्यू इंक्रीज, प्रॉफिट क्यों डिक्लाइन हुआ? 3 रीजंस के वजह से प्रॉफिट डिक्लाइन हुआ था. एंड देन वी टॉक्ड अबाउट ग्रॉस मार्जिन्स. ग्रॉस मार्जिन क्या हुआ? 360 बेसिस पॉइंट से डिक्लाइन हुआ बिकॉज ऑफ द अबव रीजंस. Fine. And then what is your take? So management is saying that to support the margin, they will take a calibrated price hike in the coming future. Okay, so they have also said that if the crude prices remain at the elevated levels, management will take a call to increase the prices to support the margins. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, I have
Sorry,
covered the
Meera,
same
may-
news.
Sorry, Mayank, you said?
Yeah, I have covered the same news.
Go ahead.
So the news is from Business Standard, Mumbai edition, page number 4. So Imami reported a 16% year-on-year decline to net profit, which is 1.3 billion for first
एक
quarter.
सेकंड, एक सेकंड. ये 16% टू नेट प्रॉफिट क्या होता है?
16% year-on-year decline.
Imami reported a 16% year-on-year decline in the net profit. Okay.
Yeah, in
Go on, start
consolidated
again.
net profit.
Start again.
Imami reported 16% year-on-year decline in consolidated net profit to 1.3 billion in the first quarter. This was mainly due to input cost, which triggered by West Asia conflicts, which impacted also margins. Management highlighted that this is the first time that company has faced this much inflationary pressure in the recent years.
This much is not an English word. Okay. Statement bolo, statement. Again, say management has said.
Management has highlighted that they have seen this inflationary pressure, which was the highest in the recent years.
So you can change it. This was the highest ever decline that the management have seen.
Okay.
Statements करो. If you start making sentences, तो English खराब हो सकता है तुम्हारा. Okay. Stop in statement. The management has said. Management have seen as it is the highest ever price hike that the management have seen. That's it.
Okay, sir. The input cost mainly driven by higher crude oil prices and inflation in packaging materials, as well as several other key inputs. Except Asia and inflationary pressure, they have also tackled summer backdrop in South and West India, lower than normal temperature and unseasonal rains. Summer portfolio like Navratra, which contributes 21% of revenue, has declined. Excluding weather-related summer portfolio, their domestic business grew 20% year-on-year. Growth was supported by stronger rural demand, improved farm income, higher government spending, and healthy volume growth. Wider distribution and strong execution across hair oil, healthcare, and personal care categories. As a result, gross margins contracted by 360 bips to 66%. Revenue from operation increased 15% year on year to 10.3 billion. Revenue was up 12% and net profit was down 4.1%. International
ये
business
कौन सा है
facing
net profit? 1 second, revenue increase 15% and net profit is down 4. ये कौन सा है? Which net
Sir,
profit is this?
it is Q on Q.
So
Or-
Q1Q नहीं बोल रहे हैं. Q1Q, you don't talk about Q1Q.
Okay.
Here on ये बोल दिया ना.
International business is facing geopolitical issues in major exports from countries such as West Asia, Bangladesh, and Africa, which faced shipping disruptions, higher freight costs, supply chain issues, and regional political tensions. From my takeaway from this news is this quarter company was unable to secure margins, but not the domestic demand. If the crude oil and other supply chain issues eases, then company can recover.
Okay. Mayank, great, you have written it very well. Abhi इसमें what I feel is, I'm just nothing complain on this. It is about net profit से क्यों चालू किया? मेरा क्वेश्चन है, why did you start with net profit?
मतलब क्या हुआ कंपनी में एंड देन फिर मैंने रीजंस दिया एंड देन आपने जैसे मैंने कल आपको क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि फाइनेंशियल सबसे लास्ट में, तो मैंने फिर वो फाइनेंशियल एकदम लास्ट में डाल दिया सर.
नहीं, अभी
Like first-
कल का क्या था? कल का प्रॉब्लम था that the yesterday's news was not related to the result. Today the news is related entirely to the result. P&L, balance sheet, cash flow, sorry, P&L पूरा आया ना इसमें. Net profit आया, gross margins आया, and तुम्हारी revenue आया. Okay. Now when you say the profit decline, so कल का news अलग था. कल का what was the news? It was about Ether, ना? सच की बात की ना हमने?
Yeah.
So Ether में कल का news है, sales increased 20%. तो उसके क्या क्या reasons थे? आज क्या है? Profit decline. Okay, fine. I will say, as you said that in Imami, तुमने अभी नीचे ये नहीं लिखा है Nifty rate और ये सब भूल गए लिखने.
सर लिंक्डइन पे अपडेट कर लिया था बट व्हाट्सएप पे नहीं कर पाया.
हाँ. बिकॉज ये इस पे ना मुझे समझ नहीं कौन से कंपनी का है. जैसे अगर मैं 2 महीने बाद पढ़ूँ तुम्हारे कौन से कंपनी के बारे में बताइए.
इमामी.
हाँ, तो इमामी नेट प्रॉफिट डिक्लाइन 16% ईयर ऑन. अभी लिंक्डइन पे डालो तो चेंज करो उसको. नेट प्रॉफिट डिक्लाइन, किसका नेट प्रॉफिट डिक्लाइन? ओके, सो इमामी डिक्लाइन, इमामी नेट प्रॉफिट डिक्लाइन 16% एज एलिवेटेड इनपुट कॉस्ट, कंप्रेस्ड मार्जिन्स. ये तुम्हारा हेडिंग था. हाँ, वही हेडिंग से मुझे बताओ व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय कंप्रेस्ड मार्जिन्स? कौन सी बात कर रहे हो?
कंप्रेस्ड मार्जिन्स क्वेश्चन करो सर फिर से.
तुम्हारे हेडिंग में लिखा ना नेट प्रॉफिट डिक्लाइन 16% ईयर ऑन ईयर एज एलिवेटेड इनपुट प्राइस, कंप्रेस्ड मार्जिन्स.
Input cost compressed margins. I mean, they have not passed down the effect of higher.
नहीं, when you say margins, वो margins कौन से बात कर रहे हो? Gross margin, right? Is the gross margins?
Yeah.
Okay. So, see, तुमने अभी इमा वो net profit पहले लिख दिया ऊपर, तो वापस नीचे क्यों लिखा? इमा में reported 16% decline concern net profit in Q1. तुमने ऊपर लिख दिया ना first line. So why is your line coming again?
सर वो आपको पढ़ने के लिए मैंने फर्स्ट लाइक हेडिंग दे दिया एंड देन उसको ब्रेकडाउन में नीचे कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ, so heading लिख दिया तो you can start with that. This is mainly so the net profit. So you can start with the net profit decline mainly due to high elevated input cost by West Asia conflict which impacted the margins. अच्छा, we impacted the which margin? तुमने नीचे लिखा है ना gross margins.
Yeah.
Which impacted the margin. So ठीक, questions क्या था? When you say impacted margin, so मेरा next question होता रहेगा which margins?
कौन से margins? Yes.
And how much percent? Impact on कितना हुआ? So you can say by trigger. So your heading net profit declined 16% year on year to 1 billion as elevated input cost compressed the margins. Okay, heading. Okay, so the net profit declined majorly due to input cost which triggered due to West Asia conflicts which impacted which had a 360 basis point impact on the gross margins. Management also highlighted that this quarter has faced one of the sharpest inflationary pressure in recent
Pressure.
years. So management has highlighted that they have faced a sharp inflationary pressure this year. हो गया, ये first paragraph हो गया. Now, see तुम्हें वापस देखा gross margin hit by crude-led inflation with weak summer reduced Navratna sales by 20%. So gross margin की बात तो तुमने first paragraph में कर दी है, ठीक है? Weak summer sale reduced the Navratna sales by 21%. Reduce the
Not
Navratna sale which contributes 21% to the revenue.
21% revenue.
ये तुम्हारा सेकंड हेडिंग हो सकता है. अच्छा, अभी वो क्यों हुआ है? समर पोर्टफोलियो नवरत्न सेल्स डिक्लाइन 21%. ये क्यों हुआ है? इनपुट कॉस्ट ड्रिवन, हाई फूड प्राइसेस,
Unseasonal
इन्फ्लेशन,
reasons, sir.
पैकेजिंग मटेरियल्स. हाँ, सो ये आना चाहिए तुम्हारा सेकंड पैराग्राफ में. टू टैकल unseasonal rains lower than normal temperature and led to the decline in sales of Navratna, the summer portfolio, like Navratna. तो उसको तुम रिफ्रेम कर सकते हो क्योंकि तुमने वापस मार्जिन्स के बारे में लिखा है. इट्स नो नीड ऑफ राइटिंग अगेन. तुमने ऊपर
Repeated
ऑलरेडी
हो गया.
बोल दिया, रिपीट हो गया ना, वापस वही बात है
Repeat हो गया.
क्योंकि वो इन्फ्लेशन हिट हो गया, क्रूड प्राइसेस हिट हो गया वापस. तो फर्स्ट में तुम ऐड भी कर देते हो एलिवेटेड वेस्ट एशिया कॉन्फ्लिक्ट एंड इन्फ्लेशनरी प्रेशर, ये भी तुम उसमें ऐड कर सकते हो.
It's like
First-
मैंने
first
पूरा
paragraph में.
input cost में pressure ले लिया पूरा, like second
हाँ, तो फर्स्ट में डाल दो ना,
input.
फर्स्ट
हाँ, yes.
पैराग्राफ में डाल दो ना कि जब तुम बोल रहे हो कि तुम्हारा मार्जिन इंपैक्ट हुआ तो व्हाट आर द पॉइंट्स. मार्जिन इंपैक्टेड टू वेस्ट एशिया कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, तो इससे अच्छा तुम लिख सकते थे द मार्जिन इंपैक्टेड बिकॉज ऑफ हाई क्रूड प्राइसेस ड्यू टू वेस्ट एशिया क्राइसिस एंड इन्फ्लेशन इन द पैकेजिंग मटेरियल. ये 2 पॉइंट लिख सकते थे ना ऐसा. फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ में लिखते थे, समझ जाता था मुझे, तो तुम्हारा क्या और थोड़ा कम हो जाता था बात करने को. फिर सेकंड मुझे पता है, सेकंड पैराग्राफ यू आर ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट समर पोर्टफोलियो.
नवरत्न का.
थर्ड पार्ट यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द कोर बिजनेस एक्सेप्ट द समर पोर्टफोलियो. तो उसमें क्या हुआ है? तो दैट हैज एक्चुअली डन वेल. Excluding the weather portfolio, the impact domestic business grew 20% year on year. Growth was supported by stronger rural demand, improved farm income, higher government spending, healthy volumes. ठीक है, अभी तुम इस पे कम कर सकते हो, बात करते हो, प्रेजेंट करते हो. Execution of hair oil and healthcare personal care categories. So there was also, so ये जो अभी हेयर ऑयल, हेल्थ केयर, पर्सनल केयर आया वो अलग से आया ना, तुम अलग से भी लिख सकते हो उसी में. That strong execution of hair oil, healthcare and personal care categories. Also, there was a strong execution of hair oil, personal care and your healthcare portfolio. और एक हो गया कौन? तो सी अभी मुझे क्या पता था, तुमने एक तो पहले बोला प्रॉफिट क्यों डिक्लाइन हुआ, इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द क्रूड ऑयल प्राइसेस एंड हाई इन्फ्लेशन प्रेशर. सेकंड हुआ समर पोर्टफोलियो हिट हुआ बिकॉज ऑफ अनसीजनल रेट्स. थर्ड इज सर कोर पोर्टफोलियो ने बहुत अच्छा किया और उसमें स्पेसिफिकली किसने अच्छा किया है? हेयर ऑयल और हेल्थ केयर और पर्सनल केयर में. फाइन, समझा? थर्ड, अभी फोर्थ में क्या हुआ? अभी फोर्थ जो तुमने लिखा है रेवेन्यू, अभी उसकी जरूरत ही नहीं थी उसकी. अच्छा, ये तुमने लिखा था इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस, तो फोर्थ पॉइंट इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस के बारे में होता था. सो द इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस faces a geopolitical issue because of the major export markets like West Asia, Bangladesh and Africa face shipping disruption, higher freight cost and supply chain issues. And that was majorly due to West Asia conflict again. तो फिर चार देखो तुम्हारा इन्वेस्टमेंट थीसिस बन गया, या चलो एक प्रेजेंटेशन हो गया इमामी पे कि तुमने पूरा 4 पोर्टफोलियो, यू हैव डिफाइंड दैट 4 पोर्टफोलियोज. प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी ग्रोथ, प्रॉफिट डिक्लाइन, समर पोर्टफोलियो, ex summer portfolio, international business. I also understand now what are you trying to say. To see how easy it becomes. तो इसी के पैसे होते हैं, वो समझाने के मुझे ही पैसे होते. When you go on IBs, it is never about models बनाने हैं, paper पढ़ने. It is when you read a paper, how are you presenting it in a very simple way, and it should not look that big also. So तुम quickly ऐसा 10 सेकेंड या 30 सेकेंड में बता दो. But likha acha, now your writing is very good. Now it is just about what all things are necessary to write, which all things you can remember while speaking, which all things you can point out. So these are the 4 things that I'm talking on today. International में West Asia conflict हुआ है, summer portfolio में unseasonal rains थे, and फिर then you can improvise. ना तुम भूल भी गए तो improvise कर सकते हो. Can improvise on that. Okay.
Yes sir. Okay.
Good one, but लिखा अच्छा है, वो इसे थोड़ा different.
ठीक है सर.
Yeah, Asif, you're late today. You came late.
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Sir, I have two newses with me. One is about the Hyundai's management's guidance, and the other one is about the edible oil import surge. So, which one you like me
So can you
to?
speak about the edible imports? That looks
Yes,
good.
sir, of course. The edible oil import surged 34% month on month to 1.5 million tons in July, out of which the palm oil is surged 50. Palm oil import surged 50% month on month to roughly 730,000 tons, and soybean oil imports surged 32% to 500,000 tons. But the sunflower oil imports surged only 4% to 250,000 tons. As India is the highest importer of edible oil, it may benefit the producers like Malaysia, Indonesia, but it will lead to the oil price inflation, which will get passed to food inflation. So my analysis about the news is, if this demands sustains or surge further, I think it will put downward pressure on the margins of FMCG companies like ITC, HUL, Britannia, as edible oils like soybean oil and palm oil are important raw materials in their products. Like even the soaps contains and soaps and shampoos contains palm oil. So I think it will definitely affect their margins in the upcoming quarter.
Okay, so Mohammed, you missed one part that when you said that edible oil increased surged 34% month on month to 10-month high. What was the reason of it? It is that the purchase of palm oil and soya oil replaced the inventory now.
Yeah, it is because the refiners are stocking up for the upcoming festival season.
Upcoming festival season.
I
So
have
that you
missed it.
missed.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
So because always whenever we talk, see, you started with data points, and then you started with edible oil, and then you shifted to palm oil. So question was that when you were talking about edible oil, when you said it was a 10-month high, 34%, why did it increase? Because it is a replacement inventories, and the importers are filling it for the festive season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Correct. That was one part. Okay. Then palm oil. The palm oil jumped 50% to 5-month high. Soya oil imports 32% to a 7-month high. While sunflower imports edged 4% to. So you don't have to write the terms in that. You have written it, it's fine. You have to present the term.
Okay.
You said first you said 1.5, and that is fine in the heading. But next, when you present it in your paragraph, you don't have to present the number.
Okay.
So to sum it up, what happens? Palm oil increased 50%, soya increased 32%, and sunflower increased 4%. So I know palm has increased the highest, soya was the second, and sunflower was the least with 4%.
Yes.
And what has this do? It has led to the, and so what are the reasons for that? At least find it. What is the reason of increasing? What was the reason? You said more, Asif?
Sir, as the festival season is coming, the refiners are stocking up their inventories. That's the reason, sir.
Okay. And the higher buying in India could help the top producers in Indonesia, Malaysia draw on stocks, but this leads to oil price inflation in the ticket. So what is the oil price today? As a Brent crude, it is not clear to Brent crude. So I'll also check the Asif on the crude prices. Investing.com, you can get it. Just write Brent crude, you will get.
Yes, sir. I have written it wrongly. It will lead to edible oil food price inflation.
Correct. Will lead to food inflation. So it has already. Yesterday there was a news that WPI has increased to 8.9%. Majorly because of increase in this oil prices.
So it's a clear sign that the headline inflation will go up further.
Go up further. Yes. Yes. Fine. Good one, Asif.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Rishikesh.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I have a news about Marico.
Okay, go ahead. You can send me the real news.
Actually,
have a highlight.
yeah,
And
on the new number.
no,
I'll
I'm sending
read.
you high.
Can I resend you?
One second, I sent you high. Today morning, I sent in a task for the day on that number.
Uh,
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Yeah.
yes,
Sorry,
sir.
Rishikesh. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, forum. My news is about Marico. So the Marico Q1 profits jumped by 25% on the strong volume. This is the heading of my news. So the Marico's net profit rose about 25% year on year to nearly 6.3 billion. And also the revenue increased by nearly 23%. This growth was supported by healthy domestic demand, higher sales volume, and also the operating margins. Also the
No, 1 second. 1 second. Revenue was increased by domestic demand. Why operating margins comes in?
Sir, here they have written driven by healthy volume growth and improved operating margins in the news articles.
Acha, so see, okay. So Marico reported a 25% rise in profit. You can easily say, though, so 6.3 billion supported by healthy demand, higher sales volumes, and improved margins. Okay, fine. Sorry. Yeah, my mistake. Then
So the EBITDA rose by 25% year on year, and the EBITDA margins rose by 40 basis point year on year, which is also a good.
rose nahi. Rishikesh, it is expanded 40 basis point. What's the difference? Huh?
Okay.
So rose is always the sales that is increases. That is margin, so it is expanded 40 basis point.
Okay, it is expanded 40 basis point. Also, the India business of Marico rose by 21%, and the international.
1 second, Rishikesh.
Yes.
Rishikesh, 1 second. Present it again. Now you are presenting what? You are talking about net profit. See, don't look at your news. Just I will read out the news for you. What are you talking about? First, you're talking about first point is net profit. Okay. Second point is about the EBITDA margins.
Okay.
Yes. First point, net profit. Why did it increase? 25% increase. What was the reasons for that?
Healthy demand, healthy domestic demand, higher sales volume, and operating margins.
Fine. This 3 points. Okay. That led to increase in profits. Second point, you said the EBITDA grew 40 basis point.
Yes.
Right? EBITDA 40 basis point to 20.7%. That you forgot to mention. EBITDA grew expanded 40 basis point to 20.7%. Right?
Okay.
Why did it expanded? Because of reflecting better cost efficiencies and product mix.
Okay.
Okay. EBITDA expanded 40 basis point. You only have written in the third line.
Yes.
Reflecting better cost efficiencies and product mix.
Yes.
So always EBITDA expanded 40 basis point to 20.7% because of better product mix and efficiencies. Better cost efficiencies and better product mix.
Okay.
Okay. Got it? So you talk about profit, you talked about EBITDA. Okay. Now you're talking about revenue. Now that revenue that you have told in the first part, you have to comment that. So revenue increased 22.9% to 3.9 billion. Right? Your second point.
Yes.
The second point should be your third point. So in that revenue, what happened? India business grew 21%.
Okay.
And international grew 15%.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
And in that, who performed? Which brands performed? Parachute performed.
Parachute performed, Vaho performed, and Saffola performed.
Parachute performed, recording 10% volume growth, which was the strongest in 20 quarters. And Saffola, you have not written about Saffola.
it is not written, but I have mentioned.
Okay, fine,
Ah.
fine, okay.
Ah.
And the last point is the company expect now a double-digit growth in FY27.
Yes.
Remain confident about achieving a 50. So, Rishikesh, we don't have to use crores now. We have to use billions.
Yes,
Rather
sir.
using crores. So, crossing 150 billion, 150 billion revenue milestone.
Okay.
They are expecting double-digit growth with 150 billion. So, Rishikesh, there was a lot of things about Marico in Financial Express. This is
Yes.
just point. A lot of things were given. Volume growth was given. About the value-added products were also given. A lot of things were given about Marico. India business was given. International business was given. Then was that about value-added products were there. Even they talked about Parachute. Parachute you have written, but there was also value-added hair oils.
Yes.
Now, just talk about 4 parts. Now, you present. First, you start with profit. Okay. Net
Yes.
profit increase.
So the Marico's net profit increased 25% year on year to 6.3 billion, and it was supported by healthy demand growth, better operating margins, and higher sales volumes. Now EBITDA, the EBITDA rose to 25% year on year, and also the EBITDA margins expanded 40 basis point to 20.7% this year, and
Why?
Due to product mixing and
Better product realization and better product mix.
yes, better.
You have written up better cost efficiencies and better product mix.
Better cost efficiencies and better product mix, and also the revenue increased by nearly the revenue of Marico increased nearly by 23% year on year, due to this was also supported due to healthy domestic demand, higher sales volume, and the operating margins. The India
revenue में operating margins नहीं आता कुछ. Revenue increase is because of underlying volume growth.
Okay.
So revenue increased 23%, which was and in that India group who performed well, the India business grew 21%.
Yes.
And international
Coming to that point, yes. The India business grew by 21%, and international business grew by 15%. 15%. The domestic volume also grew the 11%. This is the highest in the last 20 quarters. Now coming to the portfolio of Marico. Within its portfolio, the Parachute performed 10%. The 10% volume growth, volume sustained growth. The VAHO, which is the value-added hair oils, also posted 23% year-on-year growth, and the Saffola, which supported Saffola Foods, which registered 43% year-on-year growth. Now the company is expecting to cross double-digit growth by 150 billion milestone in the upcoming FY27. Also, due to all these news, the shares of Marico closed 0.41% higher, 0.41% higher at 879.5 rupees at the BSC. And also due to this point, the Marico is a good company to watch. Also, sir, I would like to add one more point. Beside Marico, there is one more news about Emami. So Emami is also a direct competitor to the Marico. So we should also keep an eye on Emami as well, because these both companies are like the top tier companies in the FMCG sector. Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes. Sir,
Go on.
I had a question.
Yeah.
Sir, as we know, due to this El Niño effect, the farmers suffered a very huge loss and very big problems. Sir, this Saffola, this Parachute oil and everything, it is majorly sold in the rural areas as well. So due to this decreased volumes of all their farming, so they must be also their purchasing power has also become low. Then also the
Yes.
Marico has supported the Marico has given better results compared to last year. Why is it so?
Yes, that is the beauty of Marico, that they have given a good result even after having this kind of issue. So it means that the products are actually doing good.
Okay.
Okay. Acha, now results were not good. See, when you talked about the volumes didn't grow. But Parachute has done well suddenly.
Yes, sir.
No. So, acha, possibly it might be because of the high summer season
Yeah.
that Parachute have done well. Possibly. हो सकता है. मतलब, there's no relation directly with summer and oil, but हो सकता है ना, whenever you in summer you feel you might use oil more to keep your head more cool. Or even Navratna has done well. It's because of its this high summer.
Yeah.
Possibly. But Marico has actually done well. So that is exceptional thing that Marico has done. It should not have done well, but they have actually done well.
So, if I may,
Ah,
mainly I feel because there was a launch of like Parachute Advanced Protein Shampoos. They launched it around May 26, and also they acquired 4700 BC, that is the pet care, and because of that, that is also reflected in the advertising cost that is increased by 25% quarter on quarter. Maybe because of that, the revenue grew, and domestically, it is 20%, 21% revenue growth, but 29% internationally. So international out driven the growth and
outperform, yes. Yes, international outperform. The constant currency was 15%, and majorly in value-added hair oils have increased. Not so today there was one more news about Marico that said that they are now not focusing on selling oils. There's
they are more
low margin
focused on
business. They are more focused
premiumization, yes,
on
because
premiumization.
they have
Yes.
they have aimed for 150 billion or so in the ending this year. So Q4 27, they are
Correct.
aiming for 150 billion.
Correct. Fair. Oh, Ritik, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm so sorry. मैं भूल गया तुमको. Yeah.
No
Can you
problem,
go
sir.
ahead with Ether?
Oh, yes, sir.
Can you go ahead with Ether?
Yes, sir. Aether is trying to entering into rupees 1 to 1.425 lakh price segment, and actually this segment in the 1 to 125 lakh segment contribute actually 55 to 60% of the all over sales in the EV scooters. And Ether is cannot under the 1 lakh segment. Ether cannot go because it does not have the PLI segment schemes which the top players have, and which give the 14 to 15% of the incentive to the top players. And Ether demand is currently 60,000 per month, but is due to its capacity constraint, it is only able to produce 35,000 per month. So and they basically, and they are also by the year end they will start a factory in Sambhajinagar, Maharashtra. So they that can ease their that can ease their capacity means with
Increase the capacity.
increase the
Increase the
capacity. Increase.
capacity.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So थोड़ा Ritik थोड़ा slow बोल सकते हैं. So basically Ether में क्या हुआ था? Ether is planning to launch products in 1.2 lakh market, which is approximately 55 to 60% of the entire EV market.
Yes, sir.
Previously, they were in the premium segment, but the Ritza, which is in the range of 1.5 to 1.2 to 1.5, have done well, and now they are coming up into a more smaller market of 1 to 1.5. But they are not going into sub 1 lakh segment. Why? Because they feel that there is a lot of subsidies and it hardly contributes 10% of the entire industry.
Yes.
So बजाज को जो भी हम कल मिला है, कल जो PLI scheme जो था, in that PLI scheme, those are for below 1 lakh scooter. It is not for above 1 lakh scooter. So they don't feel that there will be any demand impact because of the PLI, because they are not eligible for that PLI scheme.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So we can. Okay, fine. Good one.
Okay, sir. So they are basically
Aniket?
launching the two models of under the EL model of in the
Yeah,
price range of
हाँ,
1 to 25
1 to
lakhs
1
range.
to 2.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So majorly that was the news that Ola is launching, sorry, Ether is launching their product into 1 to 1.2, which is first time that they are doing.
Yes, sir.
They are not going below subpar, below 1 lakh, because that is hardly contributes 10%, whereas this market that is 1 to 1.5 lakh contributes around 50 to 60% of the entire business, entire EV market.
Yes, sir. But sir, there is also in that news articles, Ether also told that IC models, the top 5 OEMs, they are producing IC models are contributing more margins as compared to the EV. So, but sir,
Yes.
EV का सेक्टर्स में PLI स्कीम सर गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से मिल रहा है, तो सर एज कंपेयर टू मी सर EV should contribute more margins to the better margins as compared to the ICE, sir.
No, so it is without the PLI, ना PLI तो अभी चालू हुआ.
ओके सर, मतलब
Okay.
बट फिर भी
And
सर PLI अभी चालू है, तो सर फिर भी एज एथर टोल्ड कि सर IC मार्जिन तो ज्यादा कंप्यूट कर रहा है, बट PLI के बेसिस पे तो सर हम देखना चाहिए सर महिंद्रास का भी सर, अदर्स जो इतना भी बजाज या TVS वो लोग का सर रेवेन्यू एज कम्पेयर टू EV स्कूटर्स के थोड़ा सा रेवेन्यू अप होना चाहिए सर. मेरा यही क्वेश्चन है सर.
नहीं, why it is not up, why the margins are low, हमने कल भी बात की थी, because the volumes are low in that segment. जब वॉल्यूम्स लो होते हैं, मतलब मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि तुमने एक 1000 कैपेसिटी का प्लान बना, बेच सिर्फ 100 रहे हो, ठीक है, तो वो क्या है, द फिक्स कॉस्ट इज टू हाई इन दिस, सो वॉल्यूम्स आर लो, सो व्हेन द वॉल्यूम्स आर लो तो पूरा फिक्स कॉस्ट कैन नॉट बी कैलकुलेट, तो वो मार्जिन दैट दे आर टॉकिंग, इट इज नॉट अबाउट द ग्रॉस मार्जिन दैट दे टॉक अबाउट कि ईवी सस्ता है, तो वो कहाँ पे मिलता है, प्रोडक्शन में सस्ता मिलेगा, मतलब तुमको ईवी बनाने को 10 रुपया लगता होगा, तो तुमको गवर्नमेंट 8 रुपया 2 रुपया सब्सिडी देगी, तो 8 रुपये बनेगा, तो योर मार्जिन विल इंक्रीज, बट विच मार्जिन, द कॉस्ट मार्जिन ना, अभी गवर्नमेंट तुमको फैक्ट्री बनाने के लिए थोड़ी पैसा देने वाला, एम्प्लॉय रखने को थोड़ी पैसा देने वाला है, वो
No,
तुमको
sir.
कॉस्ट पे पैसा देगा कि बैटरीज महंगे आ रहे हैं, बैटरी सस्ता करो, व्हाट अबाउट द अदर कॉस्ट.
Okay, sir.
So now since the sub 1 lakh market in ICE variant is a matured market, वहाँ पे volumes are high, so your fixed cost gets covered. That is why it says that. It
Okay,
is
sir.
always on the volume part, not on the PLI scheme से इससे कुछ related नहीं है.
Okay, okay, sir.
तो
सर एक
सब्सिडीज हमेशा
क्वेश्चन.
किस पे मिलते हैं, कॉस्ट पे होता है.
हाँ सर.
तुमने आज एग्जांपल में बोलता हूँ कि तुम आज रह रहे हो घर पे, तुमको ना गवर्नमेंट ने दाल के लिए सब्सिडी दिया, चावल के लिए, ठीक है,
यस सर.
10 रुपए का चावल था, तुमको 8 रुपए में मिला, तो इससे तुम्हारी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कम हुआ, गैस कम हुआ,
नो सर.
घर पे रहने का रेंट कम हुआ, बोलेगी ना ये तो रेंट भी हम सब्सिडी देंगे, यार रेंट पे मत रहो, वेच ले लो, सब्सिडी ले लो, वो थोड़ी हुआ है,
नो
तो
सर.
घर पे तो रह रहे हो ना, तो वो
यस
कॉस्ट तो कम ही नहीं हुआ तुम्हारा, ऐसा है.
ओके सर. सर एक क्वेश्चन है सर. सर जब हम लोग जब फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग बना रहे हैं सर, उसमें सर मतलब एम्प्लॉय कॉस्ट को एम्प्लॉय एक्सपेंस को सर हम लोग डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस लेंगे कि सर इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस लेंगे सर?
यूजुअली हम उसको परसेंटेज कैसा होता है, इफ यू गो मच डीपर यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द टोटल एम्प्लॉय अवेलेबल इन दैट,
यस सर.
एंड फिर एम्प्लॉय काउंट होता है, तो एम्प्लॉय काउंट इनटू द सैलरी, तो पहले तुम डिवाइड करके देखते हो कि अप्रोक्सीमेट एवरेज सैलरी कितना है,
ओके सर.
एंड फोकसिंग वाले तो अगर एम्प्लॉयज बढ़ते हैं, एम्प्लॉयज इंक्रीज बाय 10% एंड द
हाँ.
सैलरी इंक्रीज बाय 10%, दिस इज हाउ द एम्प्लॉय एक्सपेंस कम. बट अभी ये थोड़ा डीप हो गया,
हाँ.
डायरेक्टली करने के लिए तुम परसेंटेज ऑफ सेल्स भी ले सकते हो या ग्रोथ भी ले
यस.
सकते हो. यूजुअली
ओके.
ग्रोथ इज प्रीफर, ईयर ऑन ईयर ग्रोथ इज प्रीफर, बिकॉज यूजुअली जब सैलरी इंक्रीज सेल्स पे डिपेंड नहीं होता, इट
नो
इज
सर.
एन इन्फ्लेशन इवन, तो 5% 8% इन्फ्लेशन लेके यू कैन जस्ट फोरकास्ट.
और सर उसको हम लोग इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस लेंगे कि सर डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस लेंगे सर?
इनडायरेक्ट एम्प्लॉइज इनडायरेक्ट.
सर बट सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि सर हम लोग एम्प्लॉय को इनडायरेक्ट क्यों रखें, क्योंकि सर प्रोडक्ट बनाने में कोई भी सर्विस में एम्प्लॉय तो जरूरी है ना सर, वो डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू सेल्स है तो सर.
So employee expense, जो तुम बोल रहे हो, that are called wages, that are not called salary. जो
ओके.
प्रोडक्शन में यूज होता है, okay. So जो कॉस्ट ऑफ मटेरियल कंज्यूम होता है ना, उसी में वो आ जाता है कॉस्ट वेजेस का.
ओके ओके
Alright.
सर. अच्छा.
Okay. तो इसके लिए तो ये याद रखो, एम्प्लॉय एक्सपेंसेस इज ऑफिस एक्सपेंसेस,
सर तब
वेजेस अगर बोलते हैं तो वो कॉस्ट में जाता
ओके सर, देन सर तब तो फिर ये सर होटल इंडस्ट्री सर और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री दोनों का सब तो फिर अलग होगा सर, क्योंकि सर क्योंकि सर हम लोग जब होटल में जाते हैं सर, वेटर्स होते हैं वो तो डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू द सेल्स होते हैं
है.
सर, एंड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में जो सर आप कॉस्ट बोले तो वो वेजेस उसमें कवर हो जा रहा है तो सर तब तो
Correct.
फिर हम लोग होटल इंडस्ट्री में सर वो तब फिर एम्प्लॉय बेनिफिट एक्सपेंस वो हम लोग डायरेक्टली कंसिडर करेंगे सर
हाँ
ओके
हाँ, तो वो एम्प्लॉय एक्सपेंस विल बी सीओजी, इवन आईटी में भी डायरेक्ट सीओजीएस, जोमेटो में भी डायरेक्ट एम्प्लॉय कॉस्ट है सीओजीएस।
ओके ओके सर ओके
ओके, तो इंडस्ट्री स्पेसिफिक होते हैं।
बट सर तो सर जोमेटो में सर वो डायरेक्टली कैसे, सो फिर जोमेटो से जब हम लोग ऑर्डर करते तो ऑन द बेस ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर करते सर, वो तो उन लोग का काम होता है सर एज अ डिलीवरी पार्टनर वो लोग का डिलीवरी करने का ना सर, तो फिर हम लोग सर डायरेक्टली क्यों
नहीं,
कंसल्ट करें फिर जोमेटो में?
जोमेटो चल किस पे रहा है?
हाँ,
जोमेटो का कॉस्ट आया,
हाँ,
अभी कैसा होता है वो जो तुम बोल रहे हो कि जोमेटो का काम क्या, ट्रेडिंग करना।
यस सर
ओके, सो वो कॉस्ट उसमें ये नहीं आता है कि जोमेटो का कॉस्ट क्या है, खाना बनने का कॉस्ट है।
नो सर
जोमेटो सिर्फ कमीशन पे काम करता है ना, मतलब
यस सर
जैसे तुम जोमेटो हो, तुमने मेरे से 100 रुपए पे चीज ली और तुमने सामने 120 में बेची, तो तुम्हारा रेवेन्यू कितना हुआ? 120 या 20?
सर मेरा रेवेन्यू सर 20 रुपये हुआ सर।
तो उसको
हाँ
खर्च करने के लिए तुमने क्या किया? रुपया खर्च करने के लिए
सर
डिलीवरी,
डिलीवरी
और उसको सर्विस दिया ना बाद में,
यस सर
तो वही है कॉस्ट।
ओके
एम्प्लॉय का कॉस्ट हुआ, तुम्हारा चैट का कॉस्ट हुआ, वो जो दैट इज ऑल सीओजीएस पर जोमेटो। जोमेटो इज एन सर्विस इंडस्ट्री ना,
हाँ सर
तो एम्प्लॉय कॉस्ट जो तुम्हारे एम्प्लॉय कॉस्ट होते हैं जो लगते हैं, दैट इज क्रॉस में कैसे निकालोगे? भी जोमेटो बोलता हो कि मैं 100 एम्प्लॉय रखता हूँ, पता है जब ऑर्डर्स बढ़ेगी तो एम्प्लॉय भी अलग रखने पड़ेंगे,
यस सर
तो वही है, दैट इज हाउ जोमेटो वर्क्स।
ओके ओके सर
Okay, Aniket, anything on the Marico? Any update? Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'd like to go ahead with my newsletter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, go
Marico beats the market expectations by 500 million. So Marico posted a better than expected Q1 result of Q1 FY27. The net profit was around 25% to 6.3 billion from 5 billion year on year. That was mainly driven by the healthy growth, volume growth, and improvement in EBITDA margins. The consolidated revenue also rose by 22.9% to 39 billion from 32 billion. EBITDA was up by 25% from 8.2 billion to 6.5, and it was readily reflected in the EBITDA margin increase, expansion of 40 bps to 20.7 from previously 20.3. And Bloomberg and other analysts expected the profit to be around 5.8 to 6 billion for the Q1 FY27, but it rose, and as a result, the share was up by 0.5% the previous session, closing at 879.05 at BSC. The key highlights were basically advertising cost increased as I mentioned. They acquired two other brands as well and launched a Parachute Advanced Protein Shampoo Pura product line. And Petcare was acquired 4700 BC in January 2026. Domestic grew by 21% as compared to 29% international year on year. Volume surge was around 11%. That was the highest in the last 20 quarters domestically. And in the product lines, the Parachute performed 10% volume growth, the basic also highest in the last 20 quarters. And Vaho, that is the value-added hair oils, increased by 23%, supported by Saffola, that is adding 43% quarter on quarter. And the firm aims to cross 150 billion revenue mark by FY27. Yeah, that's all. And I couldn't analyze my because there is advertising increase, also WVPI increase. So what can we analyze about that? This is company
No.
basis or pura FMCG? Because FMCG Marico is not in whole FMCG; they are segment wise. So
So
what can we?
there was so much analysis as such that Marico has actually done well compared to the economy that he's talking about. That because of this rural problem, deficit rainfall deficit, high summer, Marico has, I don't know how they have done well. Now तुमको कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल में समझेगा कि इसने अच्छा क्यों किया इतना. This was just an update. So there's nothing more to talk on it. It is just about data point. अभी तुमने इतने सारे डेटा पॉइंट्स दिए नहीं के, मैंने बोला है कितने बार कि पहले प्रीवियस ईयर की डेटा नहीं बात करनी. You don't have to talk about previous year. Just 1% इतना ग्रो हुआ, 6.3 बिलियन हुआ. पहले कितना था नहीं जानना है. प्रॉफिट
Sir,
ग्रोथ हुआ.
you also mentioned because layman should understand. So layman will question कि कितने से okay ठीक. I'll
नहीं तो इतना तो लेमैन नहीं है, फिर उसको मैथ से नहीं आता है. लेमैन मतलब मैथ से होना चाहिए ना. कि मैं बोलता हूँ तुम्हारे सैलरी 10% से ग्रो हुआ, 1 लाख का 1,10,000 हुआ, तुम मुझे सर भाई वो पता नहीं 10% क्या होता है, तो उससे तो बातें नहीं करनी है. पर वो 10th स्टैंडर्ड वाले को भी समझता है ग्रोथ कितना होता है.
done.
Okay. So you don't have to give. अभी why I'm telling you, because you will forget those numbers.
जी.
भी आज तुमको 4 दिन बाद पूछूं मैरिको में क्या हुआ था, भूल जाओगे, क्योंकि तुम्हारे पास इतने सारे नंबर्स तुमने प्रेजेंट किए थे. So you always remember the percentage growth. रेवेन्यू तुम करते हो, पैट की जरूरत नहीं होती, ठीक है, याद रखने की. ऑलवेज रेवेन्यू, बिकॉज कंपनी का ग्रोथ रेवेन्यू पे डिफाइन होता है, नॉट ऑन द पैट. कंपनी कितनी बड़ी है, यू डोंट डिफाइन ऑन द पैट, यूजुअली डिफाइन ऑन द रेवेन्यू. सो क्या होता है, व्हेन यू विल डू मोर फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग एंड ऑल, सो वी टेक द रेशियोज ऑफ ऑल द कंपनीज. कि तुमको पता है मैरिको 15% पैट करता है, इमा भी 10% करता है. ये फिर नंबर्स तुमको फिंगर टिप्स पे होने चाहिए. जब तुम न्यूज लिखते हो तो तुमको सिर्फ सेल्स पे फोकस करना है, क्योंकि मार्जिन से तुमको पता है कितने होंगे अप्रोक्सीमेट. पैट क्यों ग्रो हुआ, सेल्स क्यों ग्रो हुआ, तो अगर सेल्स 20% से ग्रो हुआ है एंड पैट 25 से हुआ, तो डेफिनेटली कॉस्ट पे इम्पैक्ट हुआ. तो कौन से कॉस्ट पे इम्पैक्ट हुआ, क्यों हुआ ऐसा, ग्रॉस पे हुआ है, बिडा पे हुआ. तो वो सब तुम्हारे रिपोर्ट्स में बात करते हुए आने चाहिए. सो नंबर्स थोड़े दूर रखो, परसेंटेज पे फोकस. बस 2 महीने बाद भी मैं तुमको पूछूं मैरिको में लास्ट क्वार्टर में क्या हुआ, तुमको याद रहना चाहिए. तुमको याद नहीं रहेगा इफ यू आर प्रेजेंटिंग सो मेनी नंबर्स.
Right.
फिर जब रेवेन्यू ग्रोथ हुआ, तो रेवेन्यू में क्या हुआ है, वैल्यू एडेड ग्रोथ, पैराशूट ग्रो हुआ है, वैल्यू एडेड ग्रोथ हुआ है. पैराशूट कितने से हुआ है, पैराशूट 10% से हुआ है, इट वाज द हाईएस्ट. वैल्यू एडेड में क्या हुआ है, वैल्यू एडेड में क्या हुआ है,
Value added
23% growth हुआ है.
23% growth.
23%, हाँ. सो पैराशूट इज 10%, वैल्यू एड इज 23%. अभी तुमने यहाँ पे लिखा है वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ, तो वैल्यू एड हेडर्स का भी वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ था या रेवेन्यू ग्रोथ था?
Volume growth, sir. It was mentioned.
वॉल्यूम
I
ग्रोथ था,
checked
हाँ.
वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ था.
वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ. एंड सफोला रजिस्टर्ड अ ग्रोथ ऑफ 43%.
43%
सफोला
year.
फूड्स था, वो सफोला फूड्स का था.
Okay.
एंटायरली. और एक डेटा था जिसमें सफोला सेड दैट सफोला एज अ एंटायर बिजनेस हैज डिक्लाइंड बाय 2% या 7% कुछ है. उसका सिर्फ सफोला फूड्स है दैट हैज इंक्रीज 43%. तो सफोला फूड्स में क्या आता है, वो मोस्टली है उनका वो ब्रेकफास्ट के प्रोडक्ट्स है, दैट हैज इंक्रीज.
Oats
बट द
वगैरह,
ऑयल
हाँ.
बिजनेस, हाँ, ओट्स वगैरह, हाँ, बट द ऑयल बिजनेस हैव डिक्लाइंड. And that actually relates to the news that they have said that they are only focusing on high end product. उनको वो ऑयल व्हील बेचने में अभी इंटरेस्ट नहीं है ज्यादा, बिकॉज ऑफ द लो मार्जिन प्रोडक्ट्स. कैसा मैंने लिंक किया चीजें, तुम भी ऐसे लिंक होना चाहिए, वरना सिर्फ बात करके तो याद नहीं रहेगा. You never understand while just reading the news. To understand the news, so in such a way that you link all those things and present in the interview. कल उनके पूछा आर्केड वैसे मैं क्या कर रहा था, हम न्यूज नहीं पढ़ते, हम एक सेक्टर ट्रैक कर रहे, देखो ये सब हुआ है, अच्छे नंबर्स मेरे फिंगर टिप्स पे. इट्स अ रेवेन्यू नंबर एंड द रेवेन्यू फिगर, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सी आज तुम मुझे पूछोगे एग्जांपल फैमिली में आल्सो, डू यू आस्क सेविंग और डू यू आस्क सैलरी?
Mostly salary.
सैलरी पूछो ना. आज वो तुमको पूछा कि सर व्हाट इज एवरेज सैलरी, तुम बोलते हो कि सर व्हाट इज एवरेज सेविंग, तो पूछता है नो. So it is always, so how you define someone based on its sales. And then profit, see, because a big company profit to सबका margin same ही होगा. It will never happen that Marico is making 50%, 15% and HUL is making 40%. ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा. इंडस्ट्री में आसपास ही होंगे. It will be 15, 14, 12. So you know, so what is important? The revenue figure. Marico का revenue कितना? 33 billion. तो HUL का कितना? इमामी का कितना? That is very important to understand. Okay.
So sometimes companies like Byju's, they do the
loss
revenue,
making
but then the calculation
loss
down
making.
the discrepancies are so that the PAT is increased by somehow and sometimes it is low. So that's
हाँ. So usually PAT margins तो हम देखते ही नहीं है. We only talk about EBITDA margins. तुम जो न्यूज बोल रहे हो कि पैट इंक्रीज 25%, पैट पे किसी का फोकस ही नहीं होता है. एवरीवन इज फोकसिंग ऑन द एबिटा मार्जिन. सो मैरिको's EBITDA margin increased 40 basis points. That is a major thing to talk on. EBITDA तो क्या करना है, मतलब सॉरी पैट क्या करना है, बिकॉज एज यू राइटली मेंशन देयर आर लॉट ऑफ डिस्क्रिपेंसीज. कुछ तो अदर इनकम हुआ उसके लिए भी पैट बढ़ता है. टैक्स कभी कभी कम हो जाता है बिकॉज यू गेट अ बेनिफिट which will not come in the next year. Major is the EBITDA margin that we talk. We never talk on PAT margins. Even PAT की बात भी नहीं करते कोई. ये न्यूज में तुमने लिखा, इसलिए तुमने बोला. PAT is just one number जो पता होना चाहिए. That's it. Nothing else. मतलब इट इज लाइक तुम कितना सेव करते हो पता होना चाहिए, और उसके ऊपर कोई रीजन है नहीं. आज मुझे भी नहीं पता मैं कितना सेव करता हूँ, बट मुझे मेरा रेवेन्यू पता है. और तुमको पता है कि तुम कितना सेव करो, तुमको पता भी है, कैलकुलेट किया है कभी कितना सेव करते हो महीने का?
I try to.
नहीं पता होगा. नहीं पता. सैलरी बराबर पता होगा एग्जैक्टली विद डिडक्शन. सर मेरा इन हैंड इतना है, सीटीसी इतना है, उसमें से हाँ वो तो कैसा वही होता है. तो दैट इज हाउ द फाइनेंस वर्क. बट पर्सनल लाइफ ही सब लिंक होती. एवरीवन नोज व्हाट इज द सैलरी एंड व्हाट इज द सीटीसी एंड व्हाट इज द इन हैंड सैलरी. इतना डिटेल तुमको पता हो. बट इफ आई आस्क यू व्हाट इज द सेविंग फॉर दिस मनी, यू हैव नेवर कैलकुलेटेड इट. पर सैलरी बराबर पता है, महीने का सैलरी कितना आता है. So then what happens? It is on the percentage point. So you don't have to remember the saving. I save this much percentage.
So it's a good take you said. Matlab institutions mostly they think like UP EBITDA is more. The market reaction is way too different. Because they mostly
So
look
PAT
at
पे
PAT.
कभी no market they don't look at the PAT. They look at EPS, but it is when in relation to EBITDA. See how it works. EBITDA, PAT increase, sales increase 20%, EBITDA increase 25%. That is a good sign. Okay. You said sir, revenue increase 5%, EBITDA decline 2% and PAT increase 30%. तो उसको कोई मार्केट रिएक्ट नहीं करेगा. पता है पैट कुछ तो वन रीजन के वजह से इंक्रीज हो गया. EBITDA क्यों डिक्लाइन हुआ? See, observe this. Whenever the EBITDA margin declines, margins specifically, not even the number, margins. If EBITDA margins decline, then yes, definitely your stock will react negative. It is never about the PAT.
And sir, I'll
क्योंकि
observe that.
EBITDA किया तो PAT तो आएगा ही ना. EBITDA किया तो PAT तो आएगा ही. ऐसा. So कभी what happens? Sometimes there is a one-off that they have sold one of the plant. They have, so that is why what happens? The entire EPS increases for the entire year, full year. And let's say मैं बोलता हूँ कि इस बार तुम्हारे 10 रुपया EPS बढ़ गया because of selling one of the plant. So let's say your EPS came at 50 rupees, जो 40 होता था usually. Next इसमें after the next year EPS 45 है. तुम बोलोगे सर डिक्लाइन हुआ, 50 से 45 हुआ, बट नहीं, एक्चुअली 40 से 45 हुआ. तो तुमने गलत किया कि तुमको पता नहीं कि तुमने गलत से वो 10 रुपया EPS ले लिया.
So sir, is there any like method? Just like when there was a market tracker video, you showed कि there's a method if there's a split. So you do the math formula use. So is there any method to do this on EPS or something?
No. So you have to understand whether. So we usually talk about the adjusted PAT.
Okay.
Adjusted PAT, because we write it. We adjust all the numbers. We don't take exceptional item. We don't take other income. We don't take interest. Sorry. We don't take tax discrepancies. We don't take. Then we do an adjusted. So it is adjusted EBIT. EBIT के बाद there is और एक नाम सिर्फ tax ही minus कर. That's it. तो वैसे ना operating net operating profit. That is what we look at initially. No PAT.
No PAT.
No PAT. EBIT into 1 minus T.
Yeah.
That is what is the profit that is looked. That is actually the adjusted profit. उस पे फिर EPS कैलकुलेट करो तो फिर तुमको बराबर नंबर्स आएंगे. तो एडजस्टेड EPS पता ना, रिपोर्ट्स में देखा होगा एडजस्टेड EPS. तो वो होते हैं एडजस्टेड EPS. तो वो you will never find discrepancies in that. बस न्यूज़पेपर में क्या होता है? न्यूज़पेपर में इट इज ऑल अबाउट जर्नलिज्म. उनको नंबर्स थे, वो नंबर्स तुमको प्रेजेंट. जर्नलिस्ट को थोड़ी पता क्या होता है एडजस्ट. उनको थोड़ी आता है एडजस्ट कर. एंड वो थोड़ी करते बैठेंगे, उनको वही काम थोड़ी है. वो तो वर्क एज वेल. एनालिस्ट तुम हो. मतलब मैं आज बोलता हूँ अंकित, आई हैव अर्न 1 crore rupees दिस ईयर. ओके, गुड साइन. गुड साइन. मैं बोलता मैंने मेरा फ्लैट बेचा इसके लिए अभी
वन ऑफ हो गया तो.
अभी ये किसका है? किसका जिम्मेदारी देखना? 1 करोड़ तो अच्छा फिगर ही है, तो तुम देखोगे या जर्नलिस्ट देखोगे?
My
तू देखा जर्नलिस्ट को क्या, वो तो रिपोर्ट बराबर है ना, इट्स अ गुड साइन ना, फिर थोड़ी खराब साइन थोड़ी मैंने 1 करोड़ कम कर, बट आया कहाँ से है वो तुम देखो ना, वो हम थोड़ी बोलेंगे है बस।
so तो mainly कॉल बैठना पड़ेगा.
कौन कॉल होता है? यस, अच्छा आई थिंक इट्स टू
Also, there
लेट।
was last thing, sir. There was Toyota news that there was some decline in the margins and buyback also. So, is that any given importance because Toyota also has their thing in India and
तो इंडिया रेवेन्यू नहीं दिया ना उन लोगों ने, ओवरऑल रेवेन्यू की बात किया, इंडिया
can
रेवेन्यू दिया तो ठीक है।
impact?
नो, अच्छा किया तो इट इज गुड साइन, बिकॉज वी डू द ऑटोमोबाइल वर्कशॉप ना, तो उसमें वो दिख जाता है कि कितना हुआ सेल्स। तुमको प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी नहीं देखना है टोयोटा की, यू हैव टू लुक एट द वॉल्यूम नंबर ऑफ टोयोटा। तुमको क्या कर रहा है, तुम्हारा कॉम्पिटिटर वॉल्यूम प्रॉफिट कर रहा है कि नहीं, वी आर नॉट ट्रैकिंग द कंपनी वॉल्यूम, व्हाट आर द वॉल्यूम्स दैट दे आर डूइंग, बिकॉज देयर वॉल्यूम्स विल अफेक्ट माय सेल्स एज वेल। ओके
Okay, done, sir. Thank you very much.
ओके ओके गाइस, गुड नाइट, सी यू टुमारो।
Hello, sir. Sir,
Jay.
Jay Koral this side. Sorry for being
Jay.
late. Actually, I just came from my work. There is an
Okay.
audit going. I need to actually
Present?
tell. Yeah, I want to present. It's about Godrej
Go
Properties.
Go ahead.
So actually,
क्या लिखा है
due to
ये
this,
कैसा लिखा है
sorry,
तुमने
sir.
जय, ये कैसा?
Yeah, so due to the same reason, I was not able to structure it. Just it actually the audit will go for next 1 week, so it's really getting hard for me to rearrange that. So let me start, sir. So going from the net profit, it actually declined to 3.5 billion. Downfall of 41.7% was seen due
प्रॉफिट
to
डिक्लाइन नहीं, इट इज ऑलवेज परसेंटेज है, परसेंटेज क्या हुआ?
41.7%.
बस दैट्स इट, नंबर नहीं चाहिए।
Okay, 41.7% was seen due to lower revenue recognition, and after that there was a total income decline seen by 16% year on year basis. Later on, they have also they have recorded the highest ever first quarter bookings value of 86.51 billion, reflecting strong demand driven by new project launches. They have launched a new project in various cities such as Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, etc. And due to this reason, the Godrej property went up by Godrej stock went up by 3.70%. And there are some other negative factor, and I also need to ask, sir, that at today's news, there were majority of negative news in Godrej Properties. But why did the stock went up by 3.70%?
कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल पे अच्छा प्रॉफिट दिया होगा। स्टॉक ऑलवेज रिएक्ट ऑन द फ्यूचर, नॉट ऑन द पास्ट। ये हो गया जो तुम बोल रहे हो, प्रॉफिट 42% ये ऑलरेडी it might have been say presented by the market। स्टॉक तो पहले से इतना गिरा ही था ना, ऑलवेज बड़ा किधर था।
Okay. And there are certain something different that the company's income declined because it completed only one project during the quarter, and it was of a development management project. So that was the reason. And there are some other projects, they are actually in the process, means they are still constructing their did you get it, means and actually sorry for it. Sorry for that, they are still constructing the means new projects at various places, and the cash flow is also just a second, sir. Godrej property increased construction spending by 54% to accelerate the project execution. Okay, that was the news.
Jesse, overall you have to तुम्हें मुझे एक बच्चे की तरह समझाना है क्या हुआ, क्या हर एक चीज स्लोली क्या कहाँ से चालू करना, पहले यू हैव डिसाइड वेयर टू स्टार्ट एंड वेयर टू एंड।
ओके।
अभी मुझे ना तुम्हारा कुछ न्यूज नहीं समझा, मुझे बताओ प्रॉफिट declined 42% of Godrej property, right? That you have mentioned.
Yeah. Yes.
Despite record sales broking.
Yes.
So obviously मेरा क्वेश्चन आता है कि क्या हुआ, क्यों डिक्लाइन हुआ प्रॉफिट, तो क्या रीजन?
Decline was due to revenue recognition, lower revenue recognition. Suppose taking an example, if they are constructing 1,000 building, 1,000 homes, out of that 300 are getting sold, means they are receiving a 300 homes money revenue, and the 7,700 they have just taken the booking amount, and that are not yet recorded in their books. That was the reason.
Yes. एक सेकंड ना मुझे।
Okay, sir. So actually, yesterday I was quite nervous, so I was not able to present properly, and there was a pressure of work. So tomorrow, actually, I will try, sir, to present the news in a proper manner.
See, Jay, I want only 3 to 4 points. मुझे इतना बड़ा न्यूज़ नहीं चाहिए. See,
Sir,
now I
can
have
you
just
just tell
just
me?
now,
Okay, please.
I have just sent a newsletter in the group C
Yeah, I have
on
seen that.
that. So how
Yeah.
we have written in paragraphs. That's it. Only 4 paragraphs. I don't want to talk much on it.
Okay.
Now, in your news also, no need of talking all those data points. Profit. So whatever your heading is, from that heading, you just make a news. And वो heading पे
Okay.
तुम कितना बात कर सकते हो. That's it. How much more you can talk on the heading. Profit declined 42%. Why it declined? Yes, sir, because of the revenue recognition. Since certain construction milestones of the project completion, fewer project completed results in lower earning. That's it.
Okay.
And you also mentioned despite record sales. So what happened to the sales? Come to sales. So sales increase. The company recorded highest ever first quarter bookings with an increase of 22% year on. It sold 3,300 homes covering 6.2 million square foot, led by strong demand in projects such as Godrej Vantara in Bangalore, Godrej Samaras in Gurgaon, Godrej Brookline, Avenue in Hyderabad. Okay, okay. Film stop. Second paragraph. Bangalore contributed the largest share of booking at 44%, followed by Mumbai, National, NCR, Pune and Hyderabad. हो गया बस हो गया और क्या था न्यूज़ ये सब क्यों लिखा है Godrej property also increased spending on property with greater expect rising 54%. The company expect higher level of construction activity. आइए देखा था company is expecting higher level of construction activity.
I want to ask the same question, sir. Means what are how should actually I write the newsletter? Actually, I'm a bit confused, but thank you for this same. Yeah, yes, sir. Sure. I will be changing it, and I will definitely try to
And
improve myself.
whenever you write, Jay, make sure not more than 3 to 4 lines. बस उसके ऊपर लिख रहे हो मतलब तुम और उसके ऊपर जा रहा है तो स्पेस डाल.
Okay.
पैराग्राफ चेंज होना चाहिए इन लाइन के ऊपर.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
तो तुमको ही समझ में आएगा इतनी जरूरत है क्या इतना बड़ा तुम खुद ही नहीं लिखोगे. You will not write that way. Okay.
Is it okay, sir? Means from yesterday news, is it good or can you just?
Today is very bad. Today is very bad. कल तो भी ठीक था.
Sorry. Okay.
कल तो भी ठीक था.
Okay.
कल तो तुमने बराबर ही लिखा था. कल तो प्रॉब्लम था ही नहीं. कल तुमने सिर्फ प्रेजेंट बराबर नहीं किया था. You have written it very well. सब लिखा था. सब कुछ लिखा था.
Okay. But
आज तुमने बहुत कुछ लिख दिया है.
sorry for that, sir. But definitely I will change it, and I will tag you related to this.
Yesterday news was proper. See now the format. Follow that format. तुम्हारा न्यूज़ ऐसे ही दिखना चाहिए न्यूज़ पे.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
अगर मैं तुम्हारा ऐसे ग्रुप पर तो कैसे दिखेगा? तुम्हारा भी ऐसे ही दिखना चाहिए कम से कम.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for this. And definitely, and sir, there is one concern that due to my working hour, actually, it takes time to build a report, and also it is taking time for market tracker. Yeah, just lend me some time. I will be doing that, and I will be sharing it with you.
Yeah. So
But
report वो भी करना होता है, mobile report भी करना. So see, if you don't have time, Jay, on the weekdays, then you have to spend much time on the weekends.
yeah, I will be
मतलब
doing,
अपना
sir.
जो session.
It's okay for me. Yeah.
So we have like session from 3 to 5. So before that and after that, then you have to work. So you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
sir.
make a report. So वो report तुम्हारा 2 दिन में बनना चाहिए फिर. Sir.
Okay, sir. I will be doing it, sir.
Alright. Try doing it. Yeah. Fine.
Hello. Hello.
Fine. Help. Yeah.
Thank
try
you.
doing
Thank you
it.
for the yes. Thank you for the
Welcome.
feedback, sir. I will be
Welcome.
definitely changing
Yeah, please.
my attitude of speaking and the newsletter style. I will be doing it according
Yes.
to what you have said, actually.
Yeah.
Sir,
Okay.
any changes are needed, just definitely tell me, as it is for my own benefit. And I
Yes.
will not take it as a negative part of it.
No, but Monday to Friday, so you are not allowed to take it negative.
Okay, sir.
Saturday you can take it. Monday to Friday, it's not allowed. I will scold you.
Sir,
I will.
are you from Maharashtra?
I'm from
Yeah.
Mumbai. Actually.
कुठले आहेत तुम्ही, सर?
Mumbai.
प्रॉपर मुंबईचे का? Okay, okay.
Yes.
Had you taken dinner, sir?
No, I eat very early, 6 p.m. I eat.
Okay, okay, okay. Have a great day, sir. Have a great night, sir.
Great night. Okay. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.